everybody? It's your boy Joseph Rothschild, aka MBT. I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday morning. I'll tell you right now that I am. In fact, I'm having such a good Monday morning that I forgot to post the go live notification on my socials. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Oh my god.
That was wrong.
It's been a day for me. It's been like a week for me. You know what I'm saying?
That
Joseph,
was
it's
wrong.
only Monday. You know, that kind of time.
That was wrong.
To your most recent tweet, you need to stop giving your personal opinions on anything other than Yu-Gi-Oh! No offense, but no one
That
wants
was
to
wrong.
hear it. Plus, responding to people and breaking your MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Persona looks bad. Stick to the brand and you'll be fine. I agree. Folks, it is the 15th of the month, and you know what that means. It means that
That was
subs
wrong.
are up. If you have forgotten to subscribe to your favorite YouTube channel, just head on over to twitch.tv/Luke Von Karma and do so. And after you're done, throw one my way as well here at twitch.tv/MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Quick reminder that if you have a free subscription available via the one, the only Twitch Prime, you can always use it here by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and then redeeming your free subscription
was
at
wrong.
this location. Anyone want to get on a Japanese train with me? Is Case 5 ever going up? So Case 5 already is up,
That was wrong.
but it's up in pieces. So eventually it will be, yeah.
That was
I
wrong.
wish this train would fucking go already. Sheesh. As you can see below the dash, we do have a subscriber goal for this month. If we can get to 2,000
That was
subs, we are
wrong.
currently quite behind, just as virtue of everyone's subs expiring at the same time. But if we can get to 2,000 subscriptions, I will put up a generator primer in the same vein that I
That
did the
was
Math
wrong.
Mech primer. I feel comfortable enough with the deck that I can probably give a succinct overview as to how the deck should be played in paper, and I hope to be able to do so. But no, I'm doing that?
That
Oh, that's
was
fine. We can
wrong.
both do it. Or we can work together. You can, you know, tell me what you're covering and I'll cover something
That
else.
was wrong.
We could even do it. We could even do a two-parter. Like you do the thing, and then I do like the in-depth match discussion or something, or the
That was
sideboarding
wrong.
plan or something like that. Ugh. You could do a primer on Sword Soul or Flu. I don't feel comfortable enough. Why does
That
everyone's
was
sub
wrong.
expire the 15th? I don't know. It just seems to always work out that way. When is the Mono Bluetron guide for heroes? I made one way back when, but it's very outdated at this point. Yeah, take a chill pill, dog. I'll see you tomorrow.
That
The
was
15th was
wrong.
day one of a subathon. I think that's legitimately the reason. Yeah. How do you feel Hero stacks up in a 2024 format? Not well. Not very well at all. Ugh, but I hope everybody's doing well. Today has been a big day for me personally. As you can see, I got a
That
haircut,
was
but that's not
wrong.
all. What would Joseph look like if he got a fade? But also, it's snowing where I am. It was shitty all weekend. It was cold and windy and rainy, which is the worst possible thing it can be. But today, it was 29 degrees and
That was
snowing,
wrong.
which is peak because you can be outside and going and doing stuff, and the snow probably isn't going to stick to the road. But you are getting snow, and we got a lot of snow, and we're going to get more snow tonight. We're going to get more snow tomorrow.
That
I'm
was
just very
wrong.
happy to see snow. Last winter where I live, because of this stupid thing the liberals invented called global warming, we actually didn't get any snow at all. And as a result, it never got cold enough that all of the bugs died. And so when spring rolled around, there were just ticks and mosquitoes everywhere. Because there was never apparently there's a mass death of them every, cycle, and there just wasn't. And so, the county had to come over and like fucking spray people. there was an advisory that you had to mow your grass insanely short so that birds could see the ticks and eat them. It was disgusting. But regardless, I am very happy we're getting cold days. But my heart goes out to any individuals who are from the location that thankfully I have expatriated from. I'm talking, of course, about the Midwest, where it is currently somewhere in the area of negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry to all of you. There's a reason I escaped. As you all probably know, I grew up in Kansas, and the thing about Kansas is there's no trees really in any sort of substantial number, and despite the fact that I usually give pushback on it's flat, it is pretty flat. So there is just this ever-present kind of a whipping wind at about 10 miles an hour, and if it ever gets above that, it's a real problem. And so in the middle of winter, frequently it'll be like outside it is 0 degrees, but feels like negative 100 because of the wind chill. And it's awful. It's just terrible. So, apologies to all of my friends and family who are there. Thinking warm thoughts for you, I guess. Maybe I'll hold up like a lighter to the screen, and you can just warm your hands on it real quick. That's how it works.
That was wrong.
But where my parents are, it's insanely cold, and they have a boil water advisory, because a bunch of the pipes have frozen. And like when the pipes freeze and then unfreeze, sometimes it leaches out like lead and shit. It's just beautiful. Just wonderful. I'm a Michigander. I was born from the snow. Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh lives in Michigan, and he is constantly trying to get me and Danny to move to Michigan. And it sounds good. It's like cheap. There's like city centers around there. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally see myself doing that. And then I sit there and I go, wait a minute. You fucking sneak. You tried to get one over on me. It's winter for 9 months a year. And he goes, you got me. Yeah, you're correct. Mm-hmm. That is right. You sneaky little sausage. Almost real name dropped Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh. Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh's real name is Jordan. We say it in the podcast, which is a great segue to the podcast. Very happy that Will of the Council came out. If you guys are unfamiliar, me and Danny and Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh! Released a podcast we're calling Will of the Council. It's like incels. You can find it anywhere you would get podcasts except for Apple. We got on Google yesterday, but we still are not on Apple. Everyone please yell at Apple. It's a lot of fun making them. We are going to try and make them longer. I just wanted them to be like tight for the beginning couple. And if you want to check that out, I'll just post the YouTube channel. But the YouTube channel is just uploads of the raw footage in a playlist that makes it onto YouTube Music as a podcast. Don't get too excited. It's also available, of course, on Spotify, on Podbean, on Amazon Music Audible, on iHeartRadio, and on Google Podcasts as well. So very happy that we were able to do that. Love making it. And in case anyone is interested in additional episodes, we're going to be doing one bonus episode a month, we think. We're going to do them a week, and they were going to be a quarter length of a normal one, so like a 20-minute episode. Then we realized that fucking sucked, so we're going to do one a month, and it's going to be the same guy. We're doing Farfa for the first month, so we're really exciting. You should set up a Twitter for it, an email for fans to send you stuff. I really don't want to have to manage another Twitter. But I have gotten some stuff in already. I will say I've gotten some stuff in already, which I think is really good. The next one is already recorded. It's already done. But the one after that, we can start discussing it. The initial feedback has been really good. We're working on changing some of the stuff in order to make it better. And we're also making it about Yu-Gi-Oh! We've decided to make it about Yu-Gi-Oh! I know that everyone has been saying, Joseph, the podcast is cool, but I can't stand that it's not about Yu-Gi-Oh! It should be about Yu-Gi-Oh! And okay, sure, if you insist, we will make it about Yu-Gi-Oh! I know you all want it to be about Yu-Gi-Oh! It'll be about Yu-Gi-Oh! So from here on out, the podcast going to be about Yu-Gi-Oh! And all we're going to talk about is Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to get on the podcast and I'm going to go, Snake Eyes. And Peeps is going to go, Earth Machine, and that's going to be it. Bonfire? Oh, man. Next post for the podcast. Am I the asshole for playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Differently than my friend? No, I'm not reading this. Good, it's Reddit. But having a fun Monday. There's a lot of stuff I didn't get to do today errand-wise just because everything was closed because of the snow. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, by the way. Did you know that it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I was really holding out hope that I would get one of those novelty button-downs for MLK Jr. Day for my mother-in-law. I did get one for Valentine's Day, and I got one for St. Patrick's Day, but the problem is now we're out of them. Right? Like, here's the problem. She's gotten me one for Christmas, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, just a general summer one, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. So we're out of holidays now. That's like one a month. I think she will probably get me an April one that has either like Easter eggs on it or Jesus, you know, I don't know. But that's the only one left, I think.
That was wrong.
We need a January 6th one. Oh, yeah, we'll get one with the QAnon shaman. They'll say trust the plan all over it. Hey, guys, by the way, do you think that Trump is going to assume office any day now? You remember, like, in 2021 when they were like, oh, Trump is actually the secret president. He's going to assume office any day now. What's going on with those people? Are they still on it? Like, are they like, oh, he's going to do it? He's just been waiting a long time. He did yesterday? Oh, okay. He's going to assume office next year. That one might actually be true. Hey, he's biding his time, stupid. What would they put on the MLK shirt? MLK? You know, maybe like a guy in a Hawaiian shirt and like completely jet black aviators, like whispering into a headpiece.
That was wrong.
Finally caught a stream live instead of a VOD. Thank you for the sub, Jester Harlan. Wow, got that Founders badge.
That was wrong.
Every time I see a Founders badge, I'm like, wow, you made a really poor decision in 2016, huh? I did like Agumon. I did see the people making that argumentation where it was like, well, Trump can't run for president because he's been secret president this entire time, which means he's served 2 terms. This is very funny. I'm from Brazil, and there was a bit of a drama here because Renan Sparrow, the Duel Links guy, noticed you had blocked him. No, I saw that. I saw that. I don't know who that guy is, and I think, okay, so here's what happened. Let me pull up that tweet real fast because this was it was very funny. Let me see if I can find it. You caused Brazilian drama. I mean, when haven't I? This is not the first time I've caused Brazilian drama. That Eldritch TMT in like 2019. God, I have really been posting for the last 2 days. I gotta take a fucking break. See if I can find it.
That was wrong.
Pre-watched Prog? No, no, I didn't. Sometimes I will click on a prog for a number of reasons, and it'll be like, you watched the whole thing. Jesus Christ. Was I really this online? No, I wasn't. I've just scrolled past it and I don't know where it is. Well, if someone can find it, I would appreciate it. Maybe I'll just search Renan Sparrow is the guy's name. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, I found it immediately.
That was wrong.
All right, so this guy, I don't know who he was. I feel bad about that. He quotes and he's like, what's going on? I think. Again, I don't speak Portuguese, but I used Google Translate as best I could for this interaction. It says, MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Blocked you. Real quick, if you've been blocked by me, this goes for every single person who has been blocked by me. It's almost always the same thing. If you have or ever purchased Twitter Blue, I probably have you blocked because I have a tool that automatically blocks all Twitter Blue users. So a lot of people got Twitter Blue like immediately because they were like, that's the only way I'm going to be able to get recognized online before realizing the whole thing was a scam. And they remain blocked to this day. I apologize if that's the case. Send me a DM on Discord or something and I'll unblock you. But that's what happened here. And so I say that here using Google Translate. But I want to talk about one other comment here. A lot of these people are like, this guy is Konami's bitch, which is really funny. A lot of people in here are like, this guy has a huge ego, which is, you know, I have been dealt with. But there's, yeah, it's in the show more. This guy says something crazy, which was, I followed him on Insta until he posted a story criticizing his video, but he didn't have the courage to do anything more than that. He didn't make a video. He didn't post anything, just a story like a good coward. And this one's weird because I legitimately don't know what they're talking about. So I did have an Insta like way back when, I want to say like 2016, 17, and it was like at MonoBlueTron, and I just didn't use it. Instagram never really appealed to me. One day in like 2017, 2018, I just deleted it, and I never used the story function. So I get on here and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm sorry, but I've never had Instagram in 5 years. I never used the story feature. This person says, you're a big liar, which is great. But he also says, it's not a fake of yours, but then later says, however, the account I followed posted content simultaneously with yours on Twitter. So I think probably what happened was it's like an Instagram Yugi-tuber account that's like just posting a bunch of videos that Yugi-tubers make, like, you know, something like that. And if that's the case, I don't know what they're talking about relative to the video in which I said that Renan Sparrow's ban, which I'm, again, not really familiar with, was justified. But I think I can guess, which is that I remember the week that they banned like 3 Yugi-tubers, if you all remember that. It was like 8 months ago. People were coming into my chat and being like, can you speak on X ban? Can you speak on Y ban? And whenever anyone did that, I just had kind of a blanket policy of being like, no, like I can't. Like it is against competitive REL to speculate as to why an individual was banned. And listen, you know, as much as I want to stick up for this Duel Links creator, I ain't gonna get banned. So I apologize if I said something on stream that was, you know, dismissive of the fact that this guy got banned. I don't know the conditions of the ban or why it happened. You know, I don't doubt that I probably said something like, you know, Konami's Konami. I'm sure they have a good reason or something like that. But I don't have an Instagram. If anyone knows there's a fake MBT Instagram, please fucking send it to me because that is not me. I probably should have an Instagram. I don't. No, but that was a fun thing that happened this weekend. This Renan Sparrow person seems nice. You know, I looked at their channel for a second to try and get some context, and their content looks pretty good. You know, I just have not really encountered them before. You still play Yu-Gi-Oh? On and off. Okay, let's talk about some Twitter freaks. I know you all want Twitter freaks. And apparently you also want nuclear non-proliferation law syllabus. Oh, fuck. Wait. Let me turn back on the Japanese train. I want to talk a little bit about my classes. I forgot. I'm going to I'm going back to school. I have 3 classes, and you know, it is what it is. You know, going back to school always sucks in any capacity, but going back to law school specifically, woof. So I've got a couple of classes that are not remarkable. One of my classes is about like the benefits you can give as someone who owns like an LLC to employees, which is, I guess, interesting kind of stuff. It worked with my schedule. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That class is going to be a disaster. And the reason it's a disaster is it takes place during the time that it changes from day to night. And it's in like a dungeon, right? It's in like one of the classrooms that like they give to first year teachers because they want to punish them. And unfortunately, it is directly facing the sun. So when the class starts, it is too hot. And so they turn on off all the lights. But by the end of the class, no one gets up to turn on the lights. By the end of the class, it is too dark. So you start in this, you know, basically pressure cooker, and you end in this freezing tomb. It's disastrous. My third class is evidence, and it's like, it's a late night class, and the professor, he's really good, but unfortunately talks on 0.5 speed, which is really upsetting. You know, a lot of times you get professors that talk on 0.5 speed. Like, if you could just make them 2x, they would be, like, greatest of all time professors, but they just live on 0.5. And, he is reasonable, which is not frequent for a law school professor. He's like, if you need to eat in this class, if you need to sleep in this class, that's fine, but I want you to know the material. And I'm like, whatever. Okay, that's good for a lecture class, right? What's your LSAT score? My brother's taking the test soon. Oh, I don't like to talk about my LSAT score. Oh, I don't like to bring it. It's 180. I got a 180 on the LSAT.
That was wrong.
Okay, and then my first class is the one. Dyer is 180 good. 180 is perfect, Dyer. I got a perfect score on the LSAT. And then, tell your brother not to make this mistake, I wrote the absolute worst entry essay I could have. And that's why I'm not going to, like, an elite university or whatever. That and money. I don't have money. Don't make this mistake. The essay's super important. Okay.
That was wrong.
No, so my first class, though, is the most important thing that I want to talk about. My first class kicks ass. It's about nuclear arms, right? And let me tell you this. Nuclear arms are it's super interesting, and the professor has creds, like capital C creds. It's really cool, but
That was wrong.
at the start of the class, he's like, all right, I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox here, and he pulls out a binder, and he goes, okay, in this binder is every student evaluation that I've ever gotten. And I go, oh? And he goes, I have highlighted all the good student evals I've gotten in yellow. And by that he means students that said good things about him. And all the bad ones in red. Right? And so he hands it to me, and he's like, you can just read that at your leisure. It's like a fucking compendium. And I'm like, dog, you're lecturing. I'm not going to read this. Like, but you know what? I'll thumb through it. You know, I can pay attention to two things at once. So I start thumbing through it, and I start realizing all of the red ones are the exact same criticism. And the criticism is, this guy is a conservative, and he will not shut the fuck up about it. And this is, unfortunately, this is an incredibly common thing. So, and not 5 minutes after he's handed this out, he's like, and I aim to offer you a perspective you probably haven't heard here at law school. I'm a little more conservative than other professors here. And, like, I understand that if you were, like, a theater professor, buddy, you're teaching at a law school. You know, last semester, one of my teachers did the 2008 recession, right? Like, there's a lot of conservatives here. But he was like, yeah, things are going to be a little different in this class. And then he started doing, I shit you not, the, like, and what's up with comedy nowadays? People just can't tell a joke anymore, am I right? And I'm like, oh, this is going to be my favorite class. Oh, but this is going to be my favorite class. And he starts being like, he's like, so all of the, one thing he didn't do, but all of the bad reviews said he would do, is talk about pronouns. They're like, he is going to talk about pronouns. And he didn't, and I think he got enough feedback that was like, shut up about pronouns, that he was like, okay, fine, we won't talk about pronouns. But he starts talking about his creds, and I don't really know how much I can say about it, because I don't want to, you know, clue people in as to who he is. But he told us a bunch of stuff he did, and we were like, ooh, that's That's a little morally dubious. I'm excited about this. This guy's a real complex individual. But the funniest thing that he said that he did was he had a real problem with the movie Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer had just come out, and he was like, y'all seen Oppenheimer? And we were like, yeah, we've all seen Oppenheimer. He's like, yeah. You know, they painted him as more of a hero than he really probably was. And we're like, oh, wait, does this guy have beef with Oppenheimer? Well, he's a little, he's not that old. And so where he just keeps talking about his experience, and eventually he's like, well, okay, so here's what happened. When Oppenheimer died, there was a huge outcry in the scientific community to get his creds, like his credential, or his clearances. If you've seen the movie, it's a big point of contention is that they revoke his clearances. But posthumously, to give his clearances back, you know, as a sign that we fucked up, you know, this guy probably didn't deserve to have his clearances rescinded, right? And so, because of where he worked at the time, the duty to determine if they should undo the clearance rescission fell on him. And so he was like, sure, I guess I'll read everything that he's ever written or said and then make a determination. He's not Robert Downey Jr.'s character, by the way. It was, and so he's doing this, and he was like, and you know, I came to the determination that I think necessarily flows from this understanding, which is, no, we couldn't give him back his credentials. And we were like, what? How could that be? And he goes, yeah, I mean, he was a communist. And we were like, yeah, holy shit, this guy rocks. And he was like, yeah, you know, he gave a lot of money to the Communist Party. I guess it was something fashionable to do, but I didn't feel comfortable giving him back his clearances. And apparently after this guy was out at the agency that he was working at, they immediately were like, okay, now give him back the clearances. But it's just so funny for him to be like, oh, Oppenheimer. Yeah, I know he's really popular now, but, you know, he was a communist. It's great. I love it. Law school is perfect. You get, like, such an array of freaks. You get, like literally just, like, the weirdest people. And I don't mean, like, conservatives frequently. Like, it's about half and half. I'm trying to think, like, my property law professor was just an out-and-out, like, Marxist. Like, capital M Marxist. Our first class, he just read a whole bunch of Marx at us. And I was like, okay, sure. I had, like I said, last semester, one of my teachers was one of the engineers of the 2008 recession. How they are still living, I don't know. Teaching, that's a better question. And I went to that class from a class taught by two individuals who were on retainer for barefoot is legal. Like the actual, like, you are allowed to walk around barefoot legal team. It's so funny. Oh man, law school's great, man. I fucking love law school. It's fantastic. You get such a diverse array of freaks. WTF is this law school? It's very normal. I will tell you that. It is very normal. No, but it's so funny that, like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to give you a perspective that you're unfamiliar with. I'm talking about conservatism. It's like, dog, Jonathan Turley teaches at this school. Like, we've experienced conservatives. This is law school. I would wager half of the people here are conservatives, if not more. It's great. Oh my god. But that's my first class of the day, by the way, and I'm so excited about that. That shit is, I can already tell it's going to be far and away my funnest class. A lot of people I told this to, and they were like, are you going to get out? Like, are you going to, there's still probably time in ad drop. Are you going to get out? And I was like, why? God, I would kill to have this class. Ugh. Ugh. Well, who did you kill? I don't know, my standards. Don't have to agree with it. That's the thing about law school. You're probably not going to agree with any of your professors. They're all lawyers, you know? All right, let's do Twitter Freaks. I'm so excited to start second semester as a 1L this Wednesday. The thing that I experienced in law school is that 1L sucked. I did 1L COVID, which sucked. But immediately after 1L, all you take is electives for the most part, and the professors that teach non-core classes, they're all freaks. Not a single normal one among them. Love it.
Twitter freaks. Oh, why'd you go and say that? Twitter freaks. The website was a mistake, yeah. Twitter freaks.
We're going to begin with a Northern Lion tweet. Here's what we got. Some of y'all need this. And honestly, could not agree less. A rare miss from Northern Lion. I'm sorry. I am pro-gooning. I'm pro-goon. You know this is a pro-gooning channel. I'm sorry. Yeah, boss. True. Very true. Next up. This is so good.
Wrong.
All right. My favorite way to explain how sex is bimodal is to use a color gradient. How many colors are here, and where do you draw that line? This, I find, is a very effective kind of way for people to understand, like, sexuality as well. Is like, there's really not a way you can draw a line on here where all the green is on one side and all the red is on another. And so, just a pretty standard, like, binary deconstruction thing that I think that, like, a child could probably grasp. Let's see what this person says. There are two colors here. Everyone knows that. Everyone can see that. Asking people where they draw a line between the two colors doesn't stop there being two colors. There's not two colors. Come on. She might also, though, be red-green colorblind, and she's like, there's two colors here, dumb fuck. Gray and dark gray. By the way, not to, like, Mark of the Beast or anything. Look how they spell color.
That was wrong.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense to me. British person being weird about sex? No. Next up. Okay. I know I keep saying this, but it's insane they're trying to create a Reverent Legacy franchise out of a Goofy's 80s movie where Dan Aykroyd gets domed from a ghost. I quote tweeted this, and then I deleted it because I thought it was stupid. But I'm sorry. I don't know why we are getting weepy Ghostbusters movies. It is so weird. When I saw the commercial for Ghostbusters Afterlife, I was like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Ghostbusters is a comedy series about ghosts farting and a bunch of ectoplasm comes out. It's about getting sucked off by a ghost, and then your roommate walks in on you in a compromising position and they go, "What the heck?" And then you go, "No, it's not what it looks like." And all they can see, because the ghost is invisible, is your wiener out, and they go, "Bro, your wiener's out." And you go, "Ah!" That's what Ghostbusters is. Ghostbusters is about a ghost possessing a very hot woman so that she will seduce the nerd character, all right? Who walks around with his pants above his nipples going, I calculate that is not the correct formulation. That's what Ghostbusters is. Oh my God. I could talk all day about this, but the fact that the new Ghostbusters movie has this scene where, like, they resurrect Harold Ramis as a ghost so the child can, like, cry about seeing him, and then they sold it as a toy called The Family That Busts Together. Like, I'm sorry. This is some shit that the people in Ghostbusters would make fun of. It's unbelievable. They did not call it that. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up The Family That Busts Together. Ooh, in another tab, because I don't know if what I'm gonna find here. Yep, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Ghostbusters Plasma Series. The Family That Busts Together. Anyone want to get me the Plasma Series Bustin' toy? Here's our dead friend, Harold Ramis. It's so good. Listen, Ghostbusters 2016, it wasn't a good movie, right? I wouldn't say that it was a good movie. But it got a lot of backlash. And unfortunately, it understood what Ghostbusters was a lot more than any other subsequent Ghostbusters movie. It's about getting horny with your friends and talking about poop and farts. That's what it's about. It's about busting. It's about busting. Next up. Weird Al was truly
was
ahead of his
wrong.
time. So we've got Ohio and we've got Skibbity Yankovic. Okay, next up. What is this? Oh, no, we'll talk about this a little later. Next up. All right, you know we got to talk about the Verbal Ace Has Been Hotel scenario. Okay? So
Hey,
you Oh, good. Peeps, you're right on time. Thank you for the raid. 101 people to come talk about this. Okay, you all know Verbal Ace, right? If you don't, let me give you a little bit of a refresher. It's this guy. It's the guy who's responsible for the cartoon beatbox battles. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, it turns out a significant amount of the money allegedly went into a $50,000 3-minute animation of the character Charlie from Has Been Hotel doing an AMV to the song Chase. And okay, we're gonna play it, but I think the audio is copyrighted, so we're gonna play penis music under it. Let's do Deltarune. What? Big Bang remix. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, I love this. It's part of the intro music. So we'll watch it on mute with this in the background. Oh no. Okay. So we got Verbal Ace running away from this woman who appears to be very into him. She's like blushing. She's like horny for him. And why wouldn't she be? Because he's looking good. I'm not going to lie. He's looking like pretty nice. She gets him with her beam. And I don't know what's going on here. It like paralyzes him or something. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna make steamy love with you. He's running away. And she sucks him in using her powerful tractor beam. He's like, ah, and then they teleport, right? And they teleport through the love dimension. They teleport through the goon dimension. And, you know, maybe he's kind of into it a little bit, you know? Maybe he's like seeing things from her perspective. But then they teleport to a hotel and he's chained up. And this is, okay, we're going to go frame by frame here because there comes a point very quickly where I can no longer show this. All right. So she locks the door and she snaps her fingers. And now I can show you nothing else. There's nothing else I can show you, unfortunately. But you can imagine where this goes. She teleports his clothes off. And he's in his underwear, and eventually his wiener comes out, but there's like a smiley face over it, so it's not toss. And then, you know what? Actually, I think we could watch this. I don't think it's toss. So she starts doing a sexy striptease, right? And okay, now we actually do have to stop. Now we are done. Now we're not going to do anymore. This comes out like 4 days after we have been informed that Verbal Ace has a Discord where he has apparently been posting like anti-woke shit for like the past 6 months. He was like, these days Disney is too woke. Where's the money, Verbal Ace? And it turns out all the, allegedly a significant amount of the Patreon money went to funding exactly this. It's good. It's good. All I can say is this has really squandered my ability to enjoy Thanos versus Darkseid beatbox battle because I have a real hard time separating, the art from the artist. I'll do it. Pick up. Oh no. Peeps, what could you possibly want to talk to me about? What?
Oh man, this one. Wow, this one's tough.
Yeah. Isn't it though?
This one. Wow. This one's pretty bad.
Okay, let me postulate something to you.
Oh, postulate away, baby.
Let's say let me ask you this. Do you ever think about what your life would be like if you were a different gender?
Yeah, I think everybody has that thought.
Yeah. Now let's just sit in that headspace for a second. Let's say that you're an incredibly attractive, like 29-year-old woman.
That was wrong.
Okay, sure.
I mean, you would be into Verbal Ace, right? he's like a like legitimately like wow. I mean, I'm sorry, right? Like
okay. First of all, I don't know what this person looks like. Here's the thing, though.
I'll pull up the Tetris beatbox and we can watch it together.
No,
That was wrong.
stop. I do not want to see the fucking Tetris beatbox. I don't want to see.
This shit did
Here's the
numbers
thing.
on TikTok.
I am sure it did, dude. I'm sure it did. Oh wait, is that what it actually looks like?
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't look bad. He's just 40.
He's actually good. That sucks.
No, he's really
No,
good at
this is
beatboxing.
him?
And you know, a lot of guys are afraid to even moan during sex, but I be in the pussy like,
I didn't realize this was him. Now I get why somebody posted this on Twitter.
that he did the thing.
I
that was
get
beatbox.
because the
You know
tweet
that
I
one.
saw was like, "Damn, look at this beatboxer I just found," and I didn't put two and two together. I didn't know that this was him.
Yeah, this is him. Okay, so let me ask you this.
No,
Let's say Will of the Council goes mega viral, right? Let's say we're the next. What's the top podcast on Patreon right now? It's like
probably
murder
fucking
muffins,
Joe Rogan or whatever.
murder.
I don't know.
It's probably one of those like, hey, murder munguses. We're here to talk about another cold case, something like that.
Yeah.
But imagine we're the next one of those, and we get $50,000. Who
Sure.
are you making the sex AMV with?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Oh, Dyer has the answer. HR lady.
It probably is HR lady. Maybe
That
like
was
Shadowheart. No, Karlak. Probably Karlak.
You are.
Or
You could just find that online now.
I probably could find that online now. Yeah. Let's see. But it's like a cartoon character. I
Yeah.
gotta go for, right?
Yeah.
Who's like okay, is there a confirmed this person is an adult source for the teacher in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, like the gym teacher?
The gym teacher?
Isn't she like, she's got to be an adult, right? She's a teacher, right?
Fonda Fontaine. This is an adult. Yes.
It's an adult. Okay, yeah. I would pick her.
Doesn't she activate bonfire?
She activates my bonfire.
Shut up. Shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
I'm done.
This one's rough, though. I mean, it's really rough to see. And honestly, like, I think it's fucked up that he would make it with Charlie from Has Been Hotel, because I don't know if you know this, but, like, this is my comfort character, right? And it's really fucked up to see her being treated like this.
God, you're so Tumblr core. I fucking hate you.
You know what's crazy? I've never had or been on Tumblr. It's all
No,
osmosis.
it's true, because I went through a Tumblr core phase and I've never had a Tumblr. So I get it. Question about the podcast. Which McElroy are each of you? That's an incredible question.
We're exactly like my brother and me, but like from an incest
That was
perspective.
wrong.
Unfortunately, Danny is actually Travis because he
Danny
did get
is
mad.
Travis.
He got mad
yeah.
about the way we played Among Us.
Yeah. Danny is Travis. I don't want to say I'm Griffin because he's the funny one. I'm just kidding.
I don't
think
know
Justin's
any of
funny
them.
too.
To me, they're all different flavors of guy who buys Funko Pop.
That's not true. No, that is not true. If any of them is guy who buys Funko Pop, it's Travis.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
even
The
MBT.
other
Yeah,
ones have
MBT
different
would be Griffin.
personalities.
I would be Justin for sure.
Joseph is Griffin. He does the bits. I'm Peter Griffin. That's who I am.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I have to say is, man, can you think of a better use of 50K than this? This is about, someone pointed out it's like 3,000 bonfires or this.
Dude, I can't, like, here's the thing with this is I get, okay, my actual answer would be Lusamine from Pokemon. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Don't tell RJ, but yes.
I know that is just the correct
Okay, let me ask you, does she have the Nihilego on her?
Oh, 100%. Wait, both, right? I get 2 rounds. If I'm paying 50K, I get 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I got one with and one without. You think tentacles were for women? Nah, man. Get that shit up in me.
We all got holes.
Yeah. This is awful.
I can't believe we're
Sponsored by
wasting this
NordVPN.
not on the pod. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. No, I can't. That's the thing. Like, we're all horny for what? We're all horny for cartoon characters. Like,
Yeah.
we all of us are. Okay.
That's the
like,
thing is,
you
like,
can't.
it's like, is it that weird that he made this? Yeah, but like his
No
desire to fuck a
refunds.
cartoon character, big surprise, you know?
There is nobody that wants to fuck a cartoon character more than this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't drop 50K for
But
somebody
yeah,
to
that's
make
the thing.
fan art of me
50K for an
fucking a cartoon
AMV
character.
where there's no sex? Nah, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
bro. If I'm paying 50K, I want to
was
see
wrong.
my shit get slobber knockered. I want to see my shit get gobbledygooked. Like,
Ugh.
I'm paying so much money for fucking soft core.
I think for 50K you could make Charlie from Hazbin Hotel real and fuck her, right? Like you could pay an alchemist like $50,000 and like raise a homunculus to look like this and then fuck you, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that like
Exactly.
50K.
Oh, because somebody in chat says it's so good. 50K for no pussy.
Oh no.
That was wrong.
I am dying.
No, it's
Bro, that's the thing. He paid 50K to not be in the pussy. Like
this is the thing is like this is the thing is all these people who make child content, like content that shows up on babies' iPads, like cartoon beatbox battles, like the lanky box shit, they are an amount of wealthy that we can't even conceptualize. Like they have more money than fucking Cretius, but they're like people who haven't spoken to a non-toddler in like years. So like, of course, what they use the money on isn't going to be like food or like a house. It's going to be like a 50K porn AMV. Like, what else do they know?
They don't. That's the thing that baffles me is like these people have to be so detached from reality. I think that is what you're saying is like
That was wrong.
they have so much money, they're so detached from reality that they can't think of like a smart way to use the money. It's like they have this just unbelievable amount of liquid cash just sitting around in their bank account that it's like, well, I want this and this number in my bank account means nothing to me. It's never going to go down in a meaningful way. I'll just pay someone's year's worth of salary for a porn. No, actually, I'm going to take up a little more time on your stream because I got to talk about this more. It's just like bouncing around in my mind. I can't get it out. If you were the artist, how would you come up with the number of 50K?
Okay, the artist,
right?
first off, genius. This is a fine animation.
I agree.
You know, it's good. It's not, I don't feel like it's 50,000 good, but if someone contacted me and said I will give you $50,000 to make this, I would learn to animate on the spot.
That was wrong.
Absolutely, yeah, and like 100% congratulations on the bag, gamer. But
I do not think the artist is no, the artist is like a hero in my mind for doing this. Like they earned this fucking 50K.
I don't think I imagine he must have approached them with the 50K number.
It has to be. No artist goes, yes, in order to do this, I need $50,000. Or unless the artist said, this is so cringe, it will stain my career if
No.
it comes out that I made this.
Oh,
I
no.
need to ask an exorbitant amount of money.
No way. No shot. I mean,
That's the only, I don't think that's what happened, but it's the only thing where, it's the only situation where it is like the artist that proposes the amount of money. It's the only thing that makes sense.
ooh,
Is if
actually,
that was the reason why
Dunkmaster
they did it.
Kyoko has probably, I think, a good guess as to what happened. They quoted a per frame cost for like a 2-second animation, which of course is going to be somewhere in the like ridiculous amount of money range because, you know, it's difficult. And
Yep.
Verbal Ace was just like, okay, I'll extrapolate that over a 3-minute video and pay that amount of money.
And he just did that. He wanted to see softcore porn AMV with his favorite cartoon character.
And honestly,
so bad.
the person who drew
he
it,
dropped 50K.
congratulations. You got that
Congrats
fucking bag,
to the
baby.
artist.
I
They
did see
got
a lot of
that
people be like,
fucking
oh, but
bag.
he commissioned a 15-year-old. One, I don't believe that shit for a second. But two, if they did, do you know how much money $50,000 is to a 15-year-old?
There are people that I work
$50,000
with that make less money than that.
Like, you might as well be king. That's it.
Yeah. Like, wow, that is... I think I only started making over $50,000 as my salary, like, when I was 24. I think when I was 24, I started
When I was
making
like
over $50,000.
When I was like 23, a life-changing amount of money to me would have been $1,200.
Yeah.
Like $50K for this.
Yeah.
I make $500 a week. That literally cannot be true, Tyre, unless you are only editing for me and I do not get you to do too much in 1 week. That's literally a lie. That's a lie. I know you're lying.
Yeah, she says, just yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, you got me. I'm lying.
Yeah. I don't know. This shit rocks in
It's
the
so
worst
good.
way ever.
It's so
Like,
good.
it's just so good. It's the sad thing about it is, like, you see this and you see how much money that this person paid for it, and it is a stark reminder of people just have all this money that they don't know what to do with, and they just want to keep it or spend it on dumb shit. And there are like the people just have an amount of wealth that makes them detached from reality,
I don't know.
and like only 1% of people will ever get there. It's like, so
I can't really be mad about this. I think it's really funny when someone like sacks their way into generational wealth and they're like, not only did I spend it on something stupid, you can watch the stupid thing online now. You know, it's
that
so
is
much
awesome.
funnier.
That's true. That's true. That is funny.
It's like,
You're right.
He's
Okay,
gonna
you're-
have to show
you're
this to
pulling me
his
out of despair
grandkids
here.
when they play the
That
will,
was
right?
wrong.
We have a video will for you. Sorry, kids, I don't have anything left. Here's why. Please watch this video of Charlie
Please watch
taking
my
me through the goon
softcore
dimension.
Cartoon porn.
All right, okay.
Oh my god.
Goodbye.
All right. I'll let you get back to stream. Bye.
What a nice young man. Oh my god. Next up. This is unedited. Is this real? Chat, is this real? Is this real? I did like the community notes are like, it is edited. Don't lie. Why are the community notes lying? It's real, actually. Okay, next up. This is the Verbal Ace one. Know the work rules. Looking good, Susan. Looking good, Susan. If you're unfamiliar with this top one, it is the self-shipping Randy Marsh shipper, who is about that life. They have covered their house in images of Randy Marsh. Next up. Okay, this is actually true, okay? This is legitimately actually true. So everyone, please, try and maintain your composure because this is really true.
These men are being held as livestock to produce the next generation of children. Chosen by the New World Order for their skills shown here, they are being trained in a specially designed facility to foster efficiency for their newest project, the Humanity Utopian Mileage Project, or HUMP for short. At top speeds, they can produce 100 children a minute, skipping the usual 9 months of childbirth. Should the New World Order be stopped? Let me know in the comments.
I'm gonna say no. Actually, I'm gonna say that it should not be stopped at all. I feel all right about that. Next up, which one is your next bite? Mine would be B. I'm sorry. The quote tweet here is 100% correct. You have to eat C so that you get to eat B. If you eat B, you are one of those kids who would have taken the marshmallow, you know? It's C. You got to get C out of the way. Two-Toed Tarot says, I would never find myself in this situation. This is insane. Very true. Very true. Oh, my God. Okay, next up. Wait, is he two kids at a This is the actual unedited one. What the fuck? He looks terrible. He looks awful. Oh. Next up. Okay, this is from Radio Free Amanda, which is like one of the most insane accounts on here. But I do want to point this one out. Check out this horrifying footage of how life looks in the devilish anti-Christian nation, North Korea. You ready? Now, everyone, please keep your wits about you. You may see some men engaging in the HUMP protocol. Let's watch this. I mean, first off, we can all say, holy shit, right? Oh my God. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm going to be honest. What's wrong with this? I legitimately, I watched this 5 times thinking I was missing Freddy Fazbear in the middle of the carriage, or we were going to get jump scared at the very end or something. But there's nothing. It's just no phones, just living in the moment. No, there's still guys on their fucking phone. This guy is on a phone. The guy behind him's on a phone. This is what a subway looks like everywhere. The door is too violent. Oh.
That was wrong.
That is actually a pretty loud door. I'm sorry. This is completely normal. This is every North Korean news story, by the way, too. It's holy shit. Did you just hear this thing about North Korea? It's yeah. And they're every day, millions of people ride the subway. Oh, that's okay. I don't really know. That doesn't sound so bad, actually. I'm sure that it's a terrible despotic regime, but everything that I hear about it is you don't understand. They have to ride the subway, and it's oh fuck, these guys got to be stopped. That one boy video where they do a live watch of the BBC story where it's a young man brings out a rudimentary net-like figure and utilizes it to catch wild animals in the stream, then delivers them to a second man with a bucket who is smiling. And he's that's the kid is fishing. That's a child fishing with his dad. It's very funny. The unfortunate truth of the world is that people are more alike anywhere than we want to admit. Every single nation is full of people who are just fed up with bullshit and just want to live their fucking life. And it's very funny to be check out how evil North Korea is and show something that is completely analogous to every single major United States city. Next up, we got... We did this before. How this is what poetry is now. He didn't like drama. And I was fucking Shakespeare. Title of this one is Drama Queen. I just want to see what can chat riff on this a little bit. First off, you know, obviously, the easy one is, you were fucking Shakespeare. But I think we could do better. Like, you know, he didn't like hand traps, and I was fucking Maxi. We can certainly put a Yu-Gi-Oh spin on this. Where's the iambic pentameter? He didn't like Hero, and I was Clayman. Ah! He didn't like shit, and I was fucking ass. Thanks, Hardleg. That's a great one. Thank you. He didn't like 50K, and I was a fucking animator. That's okay. We're actually going to keep moving. I think that's enough of that one. Next up.
Imagine if Ninja got a low table fade.
Okay.
Imagine if Ninja got a low table fade.
That's true, but you know what's crazy? As of 2 days ago.
Imagine if Ninja got a low table fade. Imagine if Ninja got a low table fade.
It looks like shit. Whoa, it looks really bad, right? This is, 1, not a low taper fade, and 2, does not look good. Oh!
Imagine if Ninja got
Oh,
a low
no.
table fade.
Oh, this guy's got $1 billion. Get a better barber. Next up. This is what white people always eat for dinner in movies. Okay, so this is true. Every movie, you know, every cartoon, white people are always eating like a meatloaf, peas, and mashed potatoes, right? The comments on this, oh my God. Pure, unfiltered Hitlerium. Legitimately, like the particles are starting a nuclear reaction. So scroll down just a little bit. Yeah, I love me a good meatloaf, and yeah, I'm white. What's the fucking problem now? Jealous? No, sir. This is what black people eat for dinner. Oh! What the fuck? This simple dish beats every type of food brown people have ever come up with. What is going on in this comment section? Man, this site is cooked. This site's so fucking over. Ever notice how in movies white people are always eating the same dish? I am Adolf Hitler. Why is it like this online? Why is it like this online? Oh my God. Scroll to the very next one. All right. Tweets, white people eat meatloaf sometimes. Replies from white people, I am going to become Hitler. This is what Lois is cooking for the Griffins. It's true. Every image of Family Guy, they are eating exactly this meal. It actually looked good to me as a kid flipping through Garfield comics. Oh, man. Real life, too. The only thing that's mild enough our bodies can process it. How hard is it to riff on this? How hard is it to riff on this? See? It's so easy, but people are like, no! How dare you? Man. Go animate food. Oh, God. There they are. They're eating it. I will say, not one story about everything, but I had meatloaf for the first time. Again, very recently. Meatloaf used to be one of my favorite dishes growing up. My parents made a really good meatloaf. I'm not on red meat anymore, so I don't get to eat it. But between going off red meat and leaving my parents' home, I would try and get meatloaf at like New Jersey diners that I would find myself at. Do not ever do this. A New Jersey diner meatloaf is 100% of the time a rubbery puck of meat. Like, obviously, it doesn't make economic sense for them to make an entire loaf and then cut off, like, the heel of it. So instead, it's just this, like, fucking hamburger steak. It's just disgusting. It's not good. And it's in New Jersey, so the bar is already really low. But I was very happy last week to find out that Trader Joe's sells a turkey meatloaf.
That was
and
wrong.
I purchased one, feeds 2 to 3 people, and I ate that shit by myself in one sitting. And I finished and I was like, finally. Ugh. And it was good. It was good. Next up. Who got that one Overwatch video? Okay, let's watch this one together. This one is just incredible. I'm gonna pee while this plays.
Hello, it's the Rubiness. It's nice to meet you, but it's even better to meet me. My name is Sniper Smurf. I have 290 hours with Bastion in total, and I specialize in sticking it straight up the fucking culo. Bastion is a way of life for me. Go in there, I bend them over, I open their cheeks nice and wide, I get a nice clear view of the colon, prostate, and the coccyx, and I knuckle fuck them all the way up to the palm, right up the butt cut, till they feel a burning sensation deep in the ass pussy like icy hot. Bastion is a way of life for me. I never change my character. Fuck you. If at any point during the match you want me to change characters, I gladly suggest you go fuck yourself. I follow absolutely no type of team composition. If you want to give orders, give them to each other. Don't you dare bring that shit to me. All I know how to do is go in there, get a lot of poo-poo on my Peter, and a lot of shit on my dick from sticking it straight up their ass. Now let's go, team.
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, I love it. If you want to give orders, give them to each other. Don't bring that shit to me. All I know how to do is get a lot of poo-poo on my Peter. It's great to meet you, but it's greater to meet me. My name is Sniper Smurf. Oh, it's so good. Next up. This is me and Peeps talking.
What's the animal in this world that you fear the least? Fish. Animal. Fish. Don't start. Don't. You're starting, and I'm not.
A fish is an animal.
No, it's not. I'm talking about an animal, like a real animal. Like
Fish. Fish.
No,
Fish is
being
animal.
hard-headed. I'm talking about that's like saying like an ant. That's not an animal. Fish aren't animals. That's a sea creature.
It's a sea creature. A fish is an animal.
You can't go to the zoo and see a fish. They don't have zoo fishes.
There's actually so many fishes.
There's fish zoos. You can go to a fish zoo.
No,
Oh.
there's so many fish that they have their own fucking attraction called an aquarium.
No, they don't. No, that's different. That's like sharks and shit. Those are animals.
Fish!
No,
Fish!
No, that's why they have different names. Sharks and fish. Why are you being political? I'm talking about an animal like a monkey, zebra, tiger.
You asked me a question and I gave you an answer.
A wrong
A
answer.
correct.
No.
That's
That's a scientific answer.
correct answer.
That's like saying a mammal. I'm talking about animals, not mammals.
Okay, so he's like clearly trolling, but he's so good. He's so good. Holy fuck. You don't go to a fish zoo. There are so many fish. They have their own attraction. It's so good. I love it, man. It's so good. Next up. Ugh. Gayest shit I've ever laid my eyes upon, and I've seen and jerked off to gay porn so many times. All right, here's the interaction. Cis is a heterophobic word. Shame on anybody who uses it. So first off, what? How could that possibly be? Like, cis is about like gender, right? It's not about sexuality. It doesn't matter. We should repurpose it like the N-word. What up, my cis? Only cis people are allowed to share it. If any non-cis person says it, they get fired from their job. Exactly. What up, my cis? Oh, boy. Oh, God. This guy, by the way, Richard Hanania. This guy's a classic freak. Number one freak on the platform. He's so good. All right. Final one. Reasons why I don't like to be nice to men. I love hockey. I'm a Red Wings fan. Oh, nice. I'm a Bruins fan. Tough life. Excuse me? Sad franchise. I'm sorry. This is how people talk to each other. This is how people talk to each other about sports. I'm sorry. This is how people talk to each other about sports. Completely understandable. Listen. Okay. One fucked up thing about sports and me is that, again, I grew up in Kansas, and the entire time I was in Kansas, every single sports franchise tangentially related to Kansas was dog shit awful, with the single exception of college basketball. And then as soon as I leave, the second I leave, suddenly we have a fucking World Series quality baseball team. 4 years after I leave, the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl 19 billion times in a row. What is going on? And so when I ever post anything, I'm like, oh boy, go Royals, go Chiefs. Everyone's like, oh, well, if it isn't a fair weather fan, I'm like, fuck you. I was only a fan when they sucked shit. I remember the Royals not as the team that made it to the World Series back to back. I remember them as the team that you would go and see on a weekend because tickets were $8 because no one wanted to watch them lose. When I was going to see the Royals, you could go, you'd be done by the 7th inning because there was no fucking way they were coming back, and you would meet, like, Mike Sweeney in the parking lot, also leaving the stadium. You'd be like, oh, hey, dude, what's going on? He'd be like, I don't need to see the rest of this. Trying to open, like, a car that doesn't have power windows. Come on! And then the second I leave, suddenly, like, Patrick Mahomes is in fucking State Farm commercials. Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. We're talking about fucking Mike Moustakas like he is Babe Ruth. Kansas sports, man. Kansas sports, man. The Royals suck again, though. Thank God. Thank God. It's insane. It's insane, dog. You still got the Jayhawks. One constant. Thank you, Bills. Man. I still sometimes, I think in in one shining moment. And I just like a tear rolls down the corner of my eye. That shit was so important to me in middle school. Man. All right. Okay. Next up, let's do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Freaks. Okay. So, oh man, we're already an hour 20 into this. I'm sorry if you came for dual-taning. It is going to be a while. First up, buy the goddamn shirt. Pyramid.com /collections/ you know what? I'm going to put it in the chat. Can a mod please pin this real quick? This shit's going to be up probably till the end of the week, I think. Shit's going to be up till the end of the week. This is pre-orders, by the way, and then we're going to call it, and we'll just start making them. They'll start going out. But they're making them now, and look at this. Oh, my God, it's so cute. The flu shirts have a snowl on them. They're nice. Next up. Let's talk about Josh talking about me. So I don't have too much to add to this besides what I already said in the tweet. But Joshua Schmidt watched my video in which I talk about how the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is not particularly good about thinking and talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And before I talk about this, I do want to say I think the one criticism of that video that makes a lot of sense to me is that it's a little unstructured and rambly. And I agree with that. I think that the video script could have been tighter. A lot of these, I kind of hope it just comes together in editing. And truth be told, I handed Vlad an unusable pile of footage for this one. And the fact that he came out with anything is good. But the short of it is, Josh talks a lot about basically two large things relative to this discussion. That it's okay for people to use videos made by professional players as a substitute for your own research process, and that videos and live streaming are a more effective mechanism for disseminating competitive information than articles are. I don't think that's true at all. I think that, firstly, with respect to people using videos by professional players, that's completely valid. That's fine. I mean, he is correct in that there is no reason for you to rack your brain trying to think of something that someone else has already perfected. But I do think it's important to be able to think critically and speak about why that pro made those decisions in that case instead of just regurgitating what they did. I talk about this in the video as like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! From a perspective of like doing the Chinese room experiment where you're like, oh, Jesse played this, so I play this, and now you're not going to be able to manage that card as well as Jesse did. So it's important for you to have not only the list that has been proven by a pro who put in a lot more work than you, but also the understanding necessary to wield the tools that they've given you. Relative to the video thing, dog, that's just so fucking wrong. It's just so unbelievably wrong. Oh man. So I talk about it in this Farfa tweet in which he says the same thing. He says, I gotta side with Josh. First of all, the capstone of this argument is that the way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Content is shaken out, we are more creator focused than we are like discussion focused or like format focused or game focused even. Which I think is exemplified by the fact that this is now becoming drama versus Josh and MBT instead of like a discussion, right, about a thing. But I think Farf is coming from a strange perspective because there are competitive resources for Yu-Gi-Oh! I just don't think that there's enough. And, I compare it to Magic the Gathering. I talk about how Virtual World, for instance, is about to be a decent deck. It's already getting tops at the YCS level, utilizing the armor cards, but it's about to be the most effective way to make Beatrice, which is the most effective way to get transaction rollback Mayakashi into play. And so if I wanted to prepare for that, how would I do so? If I go looking for resources, I find an old Dyer video, this 46-minute video, which is the kind of thing that Farf is talking about when he says there's competitive resources available. But this is, unfortunately, a very surface-level understanding of Virtual World. And the person comes out and says, this guide is only valid as long as VFD is still legal, which, of course, it's not. If you sort by month, this is the only video that comes up that even remotely looks like a guide, but it's not a guide. It is test hands against an AI, and it does not utilize any of the new cards. There are no articles about Virtual World in any sort of competitive capacity. They're all just introductory stuff meant to game the SEO. There's a spreadsheet that shows you all of the combos you can do, but it's actually just a repurposed Nesh spreadsheet with the serial numbers filed off, and VFD changed to Leviathan after VFD got banned. It also does not utilize the armor cards because the person who maintains the spreadsheet does not think the armor cards are good because they lose to Droll. That's just what you get in Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is one of the decks that does have a lot of competitive resources available for it. And then I contrast that with Merfolk, which has a 99-page primer that's updated annually and available in hardcover. Includes things like sideboard guides, mulligan guides, use cases for every card so that you're thinking about the individual cards in terms of what they do rather than what they do in exactly the context of a combo, variants, an overview of ongoing discussions within the community. You've also got an infrastructure of articles about new releases and how they might slot into this rogue deck. If you go on YouTube, you find beginner's guides from the most recent release. You find long-form sideboard guides. You find sideboard guides from the perspective of the player that is facing down the folk deck. You find tons of pros doing dailies utilizing this deck to give you a sense of how it will play. And I think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, rather than... I think they get really antagonistic because they hear there's not competitive resources and they go, no, we have a spreadsheet. I just don't think they know how good things could be. And how much better the competitive ecosystem would be if everyone had access to this type of resource. There is a quote on here that I thought was pretty interesting. It came from Herman, and he's talking about, he said, the point is these long primers don't do much good because pros get good by developing something called a game sense through thousands of repetitions. I think that while a game sense is something that you probably do have to develop in Yu-Gi-Oh!, I think thinking that it's something that can't be taught is wrong. Or even if you think it's something that can't be taught, it's something that specific practice can go a long way in getting you towards. And outlining what that kind of practice looks like is something that could be detailed in competitive articles, right? He and Ryan in that thread are like, I mean, we have DB. How good is that? And DB is a great testing tool, but it doesn't preclude the use of these guides, right? Something like a guide about thinking about Virtual World plus the availability of an ever-present testing regime on DB goes a long way. And they talk a lot about how a lot of players want to utilize these guides as a complete shortcut to competitive play. I would say that might be true, but those people won't see success, so why worry about them? The thing that's unfortunately the case about this is the reason those guides don't exist is because there's just not a fundamental love of the game, right? There is not a Logan JYA, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. There is not a third party willing to just dump money into a pit of competitive content, right? A significant amount of Magic reporting is done because someone goes, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we paid Reed Duke $100 to write about Thoughtseize? It's not like, oh, what's going to get us clicks on SEO? Even big productions that are still paying writers like TCG Player Infinite are doing so in order to sell cards from the TCG Player Marketplace, right? Nothing wrong with that, but unfortunately it means that any competitive resources that are being developed are going to have to be developed without an economic incentive in mind. And for people like me and Josh, for whom this is your entire job, we don't really have the time to sit down and dedicate that amount of time to something that has to put food on our table and won't. And so it is frustrating to think about it in the sense of all of these things should exist in order for Yu-Gi-Oh! To be taken more seriously as a hobby and for a competitive ecosystem to flourish. But there is an economic reason why they don't. And it sucks as a result. It's rough. The other thing that I'd like to talk about as we conclude this, I want to talk about 2 additional things before we move on. Firstly, Farfa viewers, you are going to have to get over Magic the Gathering. Holy shit. I say Magic the Gathering in a comparison. Big surprise. I want to talk about a card game. I'm going to have to compare it to the only other card game that people can take seriously. But they hear Magic the Gathering and they fucking go livid. It's like their fucking trigger phrase, and they're like a Russian operative who underwent like MK Ultra in the 70s. Like, they're like, how dare you bring up the other card game? It's unbelievable. And secondly, during the Josh video, he starts talking about like, oh, we can have like a serious discussion if we want to, while everybody is like, that MBT guy sucks, I don't like playoffs, or like spamming the Triff pasta. And it's like, nah, we're all just eating from the same trough of idiots for the most part. In general, I guess what I would want to say is, maybe I'll make this a video, but I think it wouldn't be received really well. A lot of people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Who think that they are competitive are not competitive. And this, it's kind of weird to talk about. There's a lot of people in this thread talking about like, no, dude, like all you need to know to master a deck is a combo guide. And the answer to that is like, that's not true, right? Like, maybe I have a higher bar for considering someone a competitive player or not, but you know, going 4-0 at your locals, I don't think makes you automatically a competitive player.
That was wrong.
Being able to like go 5-2 in like an MCS doesn't necessarily make you a competitive player. I think being competitive with respect to Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about the mindset that you bring to a duel and the way that you play as a result. I think a lot of people can see a lot of success in Yu-Gi-Oh! Without playing particularly competitively. There's a lot of decks that reward people for playing in an uncompetitive way. But I think among the upper echelons of good player, there is a clear line between people who are competitive and people who are not. I talk about it a lot in the context of Unchained. Unchained is a deck that has a lot of innate power just because it resists most types of removal and can just scam some free wins off of like rogue decks a lot of the time. But the way that people talked about Unchained was so divorced from my experience playing against Unchained, because I believe there were functionally 2 different versions of that deck. A version of the deck that was piloted by individuals who learned everything off of YouTube, and a version of the deck that was piloted by people who had a concrete understanding of how the deck functioned. And against the latter category, I felt that I couldn't scrape a game off them during the Unchained format. And against the former category, I felt like I could safely board Nibiru and be fine. But it's something that you not only... Is it hard to tell if you're uncompetitive because it's something that doesn't necessarily correlate with something like win rate. It's also really hard to tell if someone else is. Like, you have to be a baseline level of competent to understand an opponent's competency. And you will improve the most as a player playing against players that are largely more competitive than you. So there's a huge incentive to find those people, but an inability among the fan base to understand where those people are or when they present themselves. Luca Lullaby, thank you for the 64. I hope you had a peggingly good stream. Legitimately, why don't you invest in guide writers for instead of the next MCS? I think the MCS is an important piece of Master Duel infrastructure, but a lot of the times when something like this happens, everyone goes, well, why don't you fund it? And the answer is, I try to fund a lot of these fucking things. Why do you think the MCS existed? Why do you think the CSM existed? Why do you think rotation existed? Why do you think we were doing meta snapshots at YGO Pro Deck? Like, we're trying out here, you know? Why do you think TMTs are structured in the way that they are? But yeah, if I had infinite money, it is something I would like to do, and there is a possibility I could budget for it in such a way that would be good. I think the most realistic outcome here is that I have a sit down with one of the YGO Pro Deck people and then basically wield my clout in such a way that I get people who are good at the game to write an article series. But of course, none of that's possible without generous donations from the community via the purchase a sub button directly below the stream. Let's watch prog. Oh, okay. Couple more things. We're not watching prog yet. First off, I have to learn Tengu Plant. We're going to be doing this tomorrow on stream. I've been learning Compliant Hornet, thank you for the vibes. Shadow Wizard Money.
Gang. We love casting spells.
I have to learn Tengu Plant. We're going to be doing this
That
on stream
was
starting
wrong.
tomorrow. I've been playing it behind the scenes already. The format is so strange, but I'm so excited to sink my teeth into it. It's just when I was faced with the two paths
That
in
was
the
wrong.
Yu-Gi-Oh card, one of which was get good at Snake Eye and the other was get good at Tengu, I was like, oh, it's got to be Tengu, baby.
That was wrong.
We'll talk a little bit about Bonfire, right? Okay, not to jerk myself off. Your boy said, do not buy Bonfire at $129. What do you know? It's been 2 days. Card is down to $108.91. Listen to me when I tell you this again. Do not buy Bonfire at $108.91. It is not a $110 card. Many of you are probably seeing this graph that's going straight down and
was
thinking,
wrong.
oh my God, time to buy. Wrong-o! Time to keep your money in your pocket and utilize it for rent. This card is not out yet. If you purchase it, it will not end up in your pocket for another
That
couple of
was
weeks. You can
wrong.
certainly wait that long. If you want evidence that it is getting cheaper, let's see how many people purchased Bonfire today. 2 people! Oh my fucking God! And moreover, if you've been following individual sellers, you know that Simply Unlucky has been relisting this card for 3 cents cheaper every 4 hours for the last day and a half. It's going down, folks. They are trying to see to what depths we will stoop to purchase what is in essence a hard once per turn Rhoda. We will not bite. We will not bite. It is not $90. It is not $110 for sure. I can't believe it. And of course, not for nothing, every card in Maze of Millennia is immediately crashing. Triple Tactic Stress 47, even though it is short printed. Transaction rollback was $100 2 days ago, now $84.93. Keep holding. Keep holding. Do not purchase these cards at pre-sale prices. They will go down. This is not financial advice. Ruxin ruined. Harmonic Synchro Fusion has only gone down. How could that happen? How could that happen? Okay, very last thing before we move on. Is this just not the best card in the game? Like, I don't play a lot of Rush Duel, but, like, every single format I've ever played Rush Duel in, this would be the immediate best card in the game by a lot. It's once per turn. Oh? Oh, it's once per turn? Okay, this card is bad in that case. Yeah, if this card's once per turn, it's, like, legitimately unplayable. The reason why Snipe Hunter would be specifically good in Rush Duel is because basically the only way you can't refill your hand every turn is if you brick on too many like big guys and this guy gets them out of your hand. And monster removal is like so unbelievably powerful because everyone's so big that it could just immediately win you the game on the spot. But if it's once per turn, it's kind of crappy.
That was wrong.
Do keep in mind, though, I'm speaking from the perspective of, like, someone who's played Rush Duels through the video game and through Duel Links. I have no idea if standard Rush Duel is even like that anymore. It's very possible it's, like, it's actually about, like, a different sort of resource management. I probably do need 5 of them. It's okay if some of them suck. We'll just speed through them. All right.
Y'all gon' make me. Y'all gon' make me. Let me show you how to scratch it.
Previously, Secrets of Eternity was released in January 25th on Progression Series Season 2.
Wow, bro, this is the best gift you could have ever given me. A free win? A free win, Alex. No way, bro. What are you, what the hell, man?
Now bottomless.
I will wiretap.
Jesus Christ. In this series, both Nim Nim and myself will be opening
traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. So, if people are unfamiliar with the one, the only progression series, you know that last week, Gage just rocked Alex's socks, just slapped him around a little bit. And the new hotness is that Alex has a new thumbnail for this series. I hope that the thumbnail doesn't spoil what decks they are playing, but it looks like they're going to be playing Volcanic versus Necros, and I got to be honest with you, that's insane. Like, those are two of the best decks for sealed, except Necros is like really high rarity, so I don't know if that's gonna work, but I'm super excited regardless.
24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and
if you are here for MBT Yu-Gi-Oh Progressies, the least you can do is recognize that this stream is sponsored by NordVPN. That's right. If you are traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history or traversing the internet and want to shield your data from individuals who would utilize it to send you targeted ads, you should be using a virtual private network. Nord is my VPN of choice, and they have sponsored this stream, !NordVPN, and you can get a sick discount on a subscription.
the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. But this time around, we'll be introducing side sets, a new banning system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out. This
Mesa
is
26,
the
thank you for the 8.
Progression
Raggy D, thank you for the
Series
13. Rodent
Season
Supporter,
2.
thank you for the 6. Big Boy Enrico, thank you for the 2. Blade Master, thank you for the 20. Radical Gamer for the win, thank you for the 13. The Cloudy and Yu-Gi-Oh, thank you for the Gifty. Compliant Hornet,
If you
thank
want
you for the 5.
5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Thank you for the 27. I Spam 4, thank you for the Prime. Frodude 102, thank you for the 12. Handled Degree, thank you for the 32. Rio Grande Sam, thank you for the 15. Devin Senpai, thank you for the 11. Maligus, thank you for the 8.
Last week, you guys got to witness the very rare blowout.
Roscoe,
2-0, probably the quickest 2-0 of the entire series. Very proud of that last performance. Alex, you're back to the drawing board, buddy. We have a winner's wheel in front of us today, though. I'm looking to get something big on it. Again, all these huge opportunities. We haven't been extremely lucky in the last few times. Maybe we can flip that around this time here. Let's spin it. One click. One click. That's all I need to get something good. What do we got?
Thank you for the 22. Jerome, thank you for the 4. Going down swinging, thank you for the Gifty.
A band ticket, okay. That's
Smoldering,
better than an unbanned ticket.
Yeah! Yeah.
No refunds.
Because I didn't need one of those. I already had a hard enough time trying to figure out what to unban
What's the problem?
last time I got one of them. So hopefully this one's a little bit easier
Fuzzy
to decide.
VT,
There
thank
has
you
been a
for
lot of stuff
Jordan,
that's been frustrating me in
thank you for
Alex's
the 9.
arsenal
Vance
recently.
168, thank you
we
for the
could remove
29.
one if we
Akon
really
Doma,
need to.
thank
We
you
could
for the
probably
17.
figure out
Jester
what
Harlan,
that's
thank you for the
gonna be
23.
after this episode today.
Ig
Today's
Alima
episode, though,
Zababa,
really,
thank you for the
really
20.
sick
Rin,
set,
thank you for
dude.
the 46.
The Secret Forces.
Smocking
I don't let Alex
League,
keep it a secret for long.
thank you for the 8.
That's what he has to
Ike is Post, thank you for the 16. Yo, thank you for the 18. Hoda PowerPoint, thank you for the 17. 5 points, thank you for the 35. Banana Panda, thank you for the 5. Rasso Paseska, thank you for the 7. Aquelios, thank you for the
We
Prime.
live and we
Chicken of
learn.
DEA, thank
Maybe
you for the
my
14. Cloud Runner, thank you for the
childhood
6. Fell Umber, thank you for the 9.
recollection of Rockstar
Hundrukos,
doesn't
thank you for the
exactly
11.
hold up well
Giuseppe,
by
thank you for the
modern
11.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
What's the problem? Why are you guys, what's going on? Why are you also,
No refunds.
what's the issue? Turn down the video. The video's already way down. Make the video louder? Okay.
standards, but what does
Whack
hold
Whack, thank you
up
for the
well
5.
by modern
Guntum, thank you
Yu-Gi-Oh!
for the 21.
standards
CJX,
is
thank you for the
everyone's
49.
recollection of the secret
Element
forces.
Neos, thank you for the
This
2.
set
Daxtroy, thank you for the
was
33.
a
Cliche
menace
TTV, thank you
on
for the 7. The Dumb
format,
Seal, thank you
and,
for the
for
7. Jet
reasons
Plane,
you
thank you
can
for the
probably
16.
already tell.
Moonlight, thank you for the 100
Released on
bits. Scottish
February
Bonobo, thank you for the
12th,
8. Lord Rubino, thank you for the 29.
this
Gear
set
Cannon, thank you for the
introduced
24.
the
Aris 5
Necroz
Gamer, thank you for the
archetype,
Prime.
but also
Void Frog,
introduced
thank you
two
for the
other
12.
archetypes that people
And
seem to forget were also in
we
this
would
set,
be caught
the
up.
Senjus, as well as the Ritual Beasts, which we can see some of their secret rares
But
right down
Grim,
here.
thank you for the
But honestly,
23.
like the
Shiny
Necroz
Krishna, thank you for
where
the
was at,
17.
people might
Red
remember
Bossman,
Necroz
thank you
of
for the 5.
Brainiac
Hamby T,
being
I'm the
like
one who
a
posted your thread on Reddit. I'm wondering what you thought of the
$10
thread. I thought it was good.
It was like
Aglulic 55, thank you for the 24. And Ikiu1, thank you for the 25. Gifted subs. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Access code Yapper, thank you for the 2.
Rituals hadn't really seen like the love and support that other revamped summoning mechanics had. Like we just had, you know, Shadals at this point.
And now I'm
Duelist
sure that you have
Alliance, which
probably
was one
just
of the most
clicked
relevant
a
fusion
number
archetypes we've
that
had
someone
in
has
quite some
posted in
time.
the comments
And so
to
it was
this video
Rituals
in
time
order to skip
shine,
to
and that's where the
immediately
Necroz
this
came in.
section
And
in the
boy,
video.
was this a absolute terror on the format. By prog standards, though, I'm not exactly sure how useful these cards are going to be because we need. Let's take a step back. We're only opening 24 packs because that's what you got in a box. And if most of the key cards in here, like Clausulus, Brainiac, Trish, Unicorn, Valk,
they are right to do so.
Decisive Armor was even played.
Sorry,
in like
100%
Necroz Mirror,
do not
Necroz
agree with
Kaleidoscope.
that.
If we need multiples
I wish I could
of all
click
of these,
that
it's
timestamp.
nearly impossible for us to actually pull enough to play like a
Fuck
full-on Necroz deck. But we have seen that we could play some watered-down versions of strategies, and they are good enough for our series. What I think, however, is a lot more viable is the Osenjus. The Osenjus are
so he's right here. The secret forces
all
have
we really need are multiple copies of 1,
3
2,
archetypes
and 3.
in them.
We don't need
The
Misak or
Necrozes, the
Dieback,
Ritual
and,
Beasts,
that's
and the
totally
Osenjus.
okay. And some of the other support cards for this archetype
Necroz and
are the
Ritual
super
Beast
rare slot,
are
which we'll
very
get to
high rarity.
momentarily. But aside from that, I mean,
and
we
Ritual
already
Beast
have the
requires a
tankies
very
and all the other
specific
cards you
build,
need to play this
basically
deck. So this is
unplayable
looking like
outside
the
of
most
constructed.
feasible. And
The
similar to
Osenjus are a
Necroz, lot
lower
of the Ritual
rarity
Beast
and
stuff is
theoretically
also
could be
high
playable.
rarity.
They
I mean,
are
we
quite
need
strong
multiple
in and of
Kanahawks,
themselves. They play well with
Ultiapelios,
floodgates
we
that have
need
been released in
multiple of the
previous
Tamers
sets.
as well. So like it's feasible, but how feasible really? The super rares are just more support cards for these specific archetypes, but I mean, some of these cards are actually reprints of cards we've had before. Cards like Manju,
All the commas are
Necrogarden,
secrets.
Armageddon
Oh,
Knight,
so
Jin,
then nothing is
boy,
going to
who
happen as a
remembers
result of this
lovely
episode,
card?
right?
And then even some other decent stuff
We're
we've
just
seen
gonna
too,
chill.
Card D, and what probably the most notable reprint for us in Abyss Dweller. Coming in at Super, this is basically guaranteed since the packs of this set are 4 supers and a secret. So Abyss Dweller entering the format means a lot because Gage and I haven't had it since its
This
release
has
in Abyss
releaser.
Rising.
I mean, it has
which means
releaser, but we don't have a
strategies
consistent
against
way
any
to
rank
get
4
to
base deck
releaser,
are
right?
going to be a lot more difficult to pull off. So my Shadal strategy, for instance, is going to be a lot less effective. Overall, though, a pretty memorable set, all things considered. It was
Thank
also
God
memorable because
Vanities
they
is
reprinted
banned. Holy
Vanities
shit.
because otherwise I think the only way
Every
to
time I
acquire
see
this
Vanities,
card
I'm
prior
like,
to this
oh,
point was a
what a
common
beautiful
from its original
decision it
debut
was
in
to
Star
ban that
Strike Class,
fucking
which was like
card.
$30.
What an
And then I think it got a
obvious,
secret rare printing in
decision.
Legendary Collection 5Ds
Thank God
a few
it was
episodes
done.
back, but again, there weren't enough copies of this card to go around because during the time it was still at 3. Speaking of 3, though, we have 3 packs of Astral Pack 6 to crack open. I don't even know what's in here. I haven't had to open any of these in quite a
Ruxin.
while since
How
we've
are
been
you
on a
doing?
win streak. But let's see what we get. Why Reverser's nice, but
Gruesome
we already have a
goo.
playset and 2 useless vanillas.
See,
Second
coming
pack,
and
Balmung,
gruesome
I don't
goo.
think we
Balmung's
pull this in
good.
the
He's
set
kind of hard to
initially
find
debuted it? I'm not
elsewhere,
sure,
and
but
he does
honestly,
come
who
up pretty
cares? It's
frequently as
Balmung.
just like a 4.
That's
Whoa!
pretty sick. But honestly, what I think I'm more excited about is the
Is
second
the
copy of
Stormforth. We're actually
If you
down
don't
2
know,
Stormforths.
I only pulled 1 copy of Stormforth
Yep,
in our
so an additional
Duelist
card is
Alliance,
good. I can't
opening,
remember,
and
is
so
Stormforth
having 2
short
of this
printed
now
in Duelist
actually
Alliance?
opens up a lot more strategies
It
for us.
seems
So
hard to
I think I'm
find.
more excited for this Stormforth than this copy of Big Eye, if I'm being completely honest.
What's a
But
good starter
24
Edison
packs of
deck
the
to get into
Secret
the
Forces.
format?
Let's get
Blackwing.
cracking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 24 packs of the Secret
I always
Forces.
recommend
This one's going to be a
Blackwing.
little bit difficult to pull a cohesive strategy out of because this being the first deck building set, you're supposed to open at least a couple of them to be able to get multiple pieces of those decks that you need. When we're only opening 1 box, though, which has become a problem for a couple other sets too, but this is going to be really prevalent in this type of set specifically. So let's see what we get from 24 packs of the Secret Forces. Let's bust them open. Only 5 per pack. Weenie packs. Whoa. Yusenju, 2. This is probably the last of which I'm looking for. I would really, really like to get a couple of Necroz cards because that was the dominant archetype out of this set.
All right, well, time to do the thing that we always do, which is check what Gage's ads look like. On the left here, we have plan a next-gen vacation per Marriott Bonvoy. And it looks like we can actually see the latest movies at AMC Classic Shelby 10, including Wonka. Wonka. They have 2 Wonka showtimes. Man, who's up Wonkin' they Willie?
Here, it wasn't even close. Ritual weapon, whoa! Ritual beast tamer Lara coming in there. I didn't even know Necro Gardener was in this set. I do now.
Wonka kind of
Some
peaked,
great
not gonna lie.
reprints in this.
You
Look
know,
at this.
Danny went to go see
Preparation of
Wonka, and he
Rites
had
is a
only good things
phenomenal
to say
reprint.
about it. He
Pretty
was
sure
like, it
this
was
only a
really
super
funny.
rare, and it's original
However, I
set
think
before
Wonka
this
is
set here.
actually
So,
insanely
really awesome to be
anti-Semitic.
able to pick these up.
We're
right.
kind of
Burial from a different
recontextualizing our
dimension.
understanding of Roald Dahl. I love Roald Dahl personally, but it turns out he like really did not like Jewish people, and he was like describing the plot to me, and he was like, no, you don't understand. There's like a group of chocolatiers that secretly control all the money and all the chocolate, and their names are Slugworth, Fickle Grubber, and I'm like, keep going, buddy, keep talking.
Get a night, another prep.
He's like, it's okay. They made it like a gay guy and a black guy in the movie.
Beast
It's fine.
Out of all of them, I think there are a
fine.
lot of cards locked under secret super rare for spiritual beasts.
I thought I'd
Necros
hate
of
it, but it was so
Colossus. We
fun.
talk about
He was
this a
talking
lot,
about it. He was like,
but,
when they
this
started
is the time
singing, I
in
was
Yu-Gi-Oh!
like,
where
it's a
reinforcement
musical.
of
And by the
army
end of
went
the
back to
movie, I
3
was like,
because
I'm
of the
so
Noble
glad it was a
Knights coming
musical.
out, a new TCG exclusive archetype. I think Konami thought that putting Rhoda to 3
I can't
would
wait to
make
go
that
see
deck
it.
better.
I really am
Unfortunately,
excited
it
to
also
see it.
makes every searchable Rhoda target in the game just way
you know what
easier to
actually
get
is
to.
the problem, though?
Necros of
I'm a huge
Colossus was
Timothy
one of the newer
Chalamet
ones,
guy.
Just a
I think
really
he's a
good
gen- I
warrior
think he's a
monster level
genius. I
3
think he's
Rhoda
so
target
good.
that you can pitch to add any Necros spell. Or
I'm ready
trap.
to say-
So it
I'm
gave
ready
you
to
2
hear him
more
say
ways
the
to be able to
snozberries
reliably
taste
get to
like
Colossus.
snozberries.
That's all it did, really, and it got I think relimited the next list. Ooh, Dweller.
Have you
Forgot
seen
about
The
him.
King?
He's
No.
pretty nice, actually. I think the last set we had to print him in was
Can
his
y'all do
original
History of
printing Olympus
OCG?
Rising. So having
From
another
your
stab at
lips
him
to
is pretty
God's
good.
ear.
Pretty nice card to put into the side deck, or just the extra deck. Just
Isn't
throw
he
him
a
in there,
crazy
maybe.
Zionist?
Okay.
No.
Well, looks like the
He was in
Yusenju dream
Wonka.
is starting to come together. This is my second, 3. I have yet to get any. Not
Please
a single
don't play
Necros card. I
Yosenju,
got
dog.
like one shirt so far. in
Look
the Super
beyond
Rares, but no
the
secrets.
beautiful commas.
More Yusenjus than anything, though. Wow. No, there's a Necros, bro. It's the Necros of Castor.
Wait,
oh my
is
goodness.
AMC
Probably one of the
Classic
worst.
Shelby 10 a specific AMC theater? Is Gage just getting doxxed in this episode of Prog?
Nobody ever plays this guy here. But releaser of rituals. This card is banned. Should be banned for the foreseeable
Alex,
future too.
per
Definitely a lot of
Russies,
controversy
please
surrounding
go into
this
the
guy.
YouTube
All
editor
right,
and blur
24
that shit
packs
out.
of the Secret Forces coming right up. I apologize if I'm a bit congested. I've been sick for the past week, which hasn't been fun. But let's see what we get. I think if I had to choose, I would like to get a Yosenju core just because I think it's the most
Yeah,
realistic.
Gage lives in the theater.
and
Chat is 100% correct. You know what could have resolved that problem? It wouldn't be showing him those targeted local ads if he had NordVPN!
Like, the Necros stuff would be sick, but I just think we need way too many pieces for that deck to come together. So let's open the first pack, and that would be one of the best pieces to get started
said,
off.
I knew
Necros
it was
of
over as
Trishul.
soon as you
Talk
said we
about
need to
a
pull
card
very
that
specific
defined a
pieces.
format.
I knew
Anyone
it
who
was
played
over.
during this time knows how just absolutely terrifying this card was. What an incredible
Don't put that one in,
Okay,
Rebecca.
I,
I did a
just have to say this.
completely
A lot of you
normal
guys
one
were
at the
giving me
start of
shit
this.
back in the day for when I only had one Tenki out of Cosmo Blazer. I think it's been reprinted multiple times up to this point, but it's also here at a super rare, so I'm just saying, I didn't need to respin for Tenkis. Well, there's a Yosenju card. I should have been more specific. I want the good Yosenju cards. Thank you.
They named that card My Sack? Woo!
Yosenju Kama 1.
Shouts
so
out to the
we-
Yosenjus
I
that are
think
6 stars
if
and
we want
killers
to
in
make this
Junior
deck
Journey.
work in
Let's
any
go.
Capacity, we would need probably 2 of each comma. I think 3
You tell
would
me
be
this
a lot
archetype
better,
is,
but I think
has
we could make
Comer
it work
1,
with 2 by
Comer
prog
2,
standards,
Comer
but we'll
3,
see.
and My
Kanahawk's
Sack.
sick, but again, I think it has the Necros problem where we need too many cards to make the
Yeah,
deck work.
you
But,
have
I
to
mean,
play
talk about the
constructed
reprints, though.
ratios.
Like,
It's
Emptiness,
impossible
even
in a
though it's
box.
Hall of Fame, Armageddon Knight and Burial, like these are all good cards. Yes, there we go. One copy of
There's a
Abyss
Dweller.
Dweller.
And there's
Honestly,
Catastor.
even if we get
You know, it's funny.
multiples,
Necros of
like,
Catastor
that's
is not a
cool, but
terrible
just
card.
one
It's
is all we
shown
need.
up in
Okay,
some
2
builds of
copies
Necros and some
Yosenju
builds of that
Kama
Ritual
1
Good Stuff deck
unlocked.
because of
We're
the
about
stat
a third
line.
of the way through the opening, so if we can keep opening 1 comma per 4 packs, we should at minimum have 6, and
He's doing
hopefully
comma
it's
math.
2 of each. But like I said, if we get 3 of each, I think we're cooking. Unicore is an incredibly powerful card. Honestly,
is a good
Unicore
card.
like could make
You know, Shinshu
solo
L and R are
just, like,
pretty
by
important
its- like,
too.
if we played,
Like you could
Necros,
theoretically play
Unicore
Secret
Control,
Move those
that
ones.
might realistically
Eventually,
be
the
something we
legacy
could do.
support that sets them
Ooh,
both.
Multi-Canok. Okay, well, I mean, if anything's going to be able to put a Ritual Beast
Why does
strategy
Gage's look so
together,
much
it's gonna be
worse than
this.
Alex's?
So I'm glad I pulled at least one of this, because this goes to 1, actually, funny enough, pretty quick. Ooh, okay, finally, our first Necros card has come up. Unicore, bro. Unicore
Halfway
was so
through. Sure, it's
annoying.
important,
Negate
too.
the
Getting
effects
sure
of
it's
all
like a big
face-up
deal.
monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck. Damn. What a fucking tough card. Was the perfect pair for something like Manju or Senju. You would use this card where you would ritual summon the 4 to be able to use with one of
First,
those
Gage
other 4s I
has
just
ads
mentioned to
for
make Volvo
Wonka
chain, dump
by
that
noted
Djinn that we
anti-semi
just
Roald
talked
Dahl
about,
up there, and now
then
he
make
wants to
the,
send you use.
lock, pretty nasty stuff. Card D, jump scare.
We'll have to talk to him about that.
No way. No way after pulling another one of these, Alex is going to go thinking about that stupid Rock Stun deck. Yeah,
Rock Stun featuring
with the machine card D. Good one, Alex. Good one. Another Necros. Finally, we're getting a lot deeper. We're halfway through, just more than halfway through, and we finally got another one of the
this is not enough for a whole deck.
Of the Necros deck. Valkyrus was so cool being able to stop your opponent's battle phase, draw you additional cards while clearing the board. This was integral. A lot of time in Necros, the best play was to leave no cards on your field, so your opponent couldn't Necros Trishula you. So being able to do that, you would leave yourself open to attacks, which Necros of Valkyrus would keep you alive from. Okay, that is my third Tamer Lara. I'm pretty sure she's actually good. We got a Wen, too. Kind of hot.
Just following in the footsteps of my idol, Mr.
We might actually have like a Ritual D stack building. It's kind of
we do not have a Ritual D stack.
Now not so much. Now that I've got the fourth Lara,
maybe we do.
Now I'm just getting irritated at seeing the cards. Can I get something else?
I would never be irritated at seeing Lara because I like women.
Like Brionac was so hard to come by in the original printing of the set.
Man, and I don't know if we'd find him on reroll. He is really,
this is a secret that had hit $100 because of how good it was, right? Just super.
Just keep that in mind. Secret rare in a side set hit $100 short printed. You all want me to pay $120 for the ultra rare bonfire? Yeah, sure.
Generic level 6. Not only is it a good ritual monster, right, being able to bounce things back to the extra deck, but also you discard it and you add any Necros monster from your deck to your hand. That's just the best line of text printed on this card. Super crazy.
I guess this is also a Rhoda, right?
It was extremely desirable
and that was 2015.
And extremely difficult to get. I now have a copy. Look at me.
Okay, I really hope we pull copies of Comma 2 and Comma 3 because 3 copies of Comma 1. Comma 1 is the best of the 3. So if this is our start and we can just keep getting the others, this is going to be a wonderful episode. Oh, I don't want Misak. No.
Nah, never mind. Nah.
Oh my God, there's Daibak.
Daibak.
We're so close.
Daibak is so good. You know this card is good in Memoralia.
The other commas, we'd have 3 other good Yosenju cards. That's so frustrating. Okay, all right, Comma 2. So, like
we're not
I said,
even half.
9
We
packs
just
to go.
passed
It's not
halfway
looking
done. I think
super
we're
likely,
fine.
but we have
I
3
think we could
1s
try
and a
Yosen.
2. So let's see if we can get lucky. Oh my! I can't believe we just pulled fucking Brio. Are you serious? Like, granted, I don't think the short printing stuff applies to the pack opener because obviously the pack opener defies logic sometimes. But
no,
Brio
I thought that
is
they did
sick.
short
Like,
print.
I can't complain about that. I still don't think we can play Necros, but that's like one of the best. And honestly, like one of the central pieces of the strategy. So that's cool.
Oh, Alti Patelafin. All right, the ritual beasts are definitely coming together. We have the Conahawk, we have Patelafin, we have the 3 Lara, we have the Wen, we have a couple of the supers I've seen every now and again. It's looking good. Decisive armor. Oh, and a Vanity's Emptiness. I completely forgot this was in this set. Actually, funny enough, because I hadn't seen it pulled before. I completely forgot this card was in here. Thank God it is mutually banned. Rolled a Krieg reprint, too. Kind of nice. All right, last 4 packs. Anything big in the close here? Necros, Mirror.
Pedalfin,
no
this
way.
sounds like the way you pronounce
another
it.
Decisive
That's how
armor.
you pronounce
All right, as we come to the close of it, our Necros package has definitely sucked. We got like 0 Trishula. We got like Abrionic, couple Colossus, couple Decisive armor.
We should
I can pull one in the close.
Oh.
I didn't expect to do that. I was like, unless we can pull one of those game breakers in the close of it, I really don't see myself even trying anything with Necros.
But that's
now
a game
we have
breaker.
Like, a package. We have what? The Brio, the Trish, the Colossuses, the Decisive Armors. Something's maybe there. We'll do. But will I get anything to buff it out in the last
He's
pack?
like,
let's find out. Anything big? Whoa! Oh my God!
Oh, it's blue.
All right, well, that's pretty good.
We got our shirt playset
too. Out of all the things we could have pulled in the Secret Forces, this was above average, actually. I really
we could do it for sure.
Poopy Yosenju cards because I know the game hates me, but we ended up getting more.
Look at that, one Trish, 2 Valk, Brio.
Better yet, even more.
Yeah, we definitely play
cards.
this.
So
Decisive Armor is crazy and sealed.
Right out of the box.
2
It'll take a minute to cook up, though. You guys have to give me a second. Let's see what we can do with our pulls from the Secret Forces.
That's like my 4th or 5th copy of Catastrophe. You've got to be fucking kidding me. And we pulled Valk. We have Brio, Valk, Trish. I think we've pulled 2 or 3 Unicorn at this point. And I also think we pulled a Decisive Armor.
Lazy, good-for-nothing mods.
We've pulled. I haven't been paying attention, honestly, because I kind of just wrote Necros off altogether. But, okay.
Thank you.
Man, only a few
Oh,
packs
shit.
left. There is a chance we can just pull comma 2, comma 3, comma 3 in these last 3 packs. But the odds are heavily in our favor. So I've kind of given up on that strategy being viable.
Fuck.
But the Necros stuff's looking kind of good.
Yeah,
too.
we'll do it after
Actually, no.
before they get
I
into
haven't
the
pulled
games.
a single one of the secret rare mirrors. I haven't pulled mirror or kaleidomirror yet, so that's also probably off the table now that I think. Well, there's kaleidoscope. Okay, well that's good. I guess if we did want to play Necros, we kind of needed that.
Oh yeah, I actually don't know if we pulled any
that's a slap in the
ritual
face.
spells.
That's so frustrating. All right, what's the last one? Another kaleidoscope. Oh my god. This sucks. This sucks. I'm just looking at this, and it's like, man, we got all the pieces of, not all the pieces, but we got a lot of the good pieces of both Necros and Yosenju, and we just can't put either of them together. And that's like what happens with these deck building sets. Like, it's cool that it's 3 brand new decks in one set, but you know, if you're opening like a box, you're most likely not going to get all the pieces to make one singular archetype. I guess that's the spirit of the progression series at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Otherwise,
I
we'd
don't
just be
think
playing constructed.
I want to respin this, but like I know the result is probably just going to be the same. So it's probably just better to keep this in all honesty. Some of these cards get reprints later, so maybe it'll make stuff like Necros or Yosenju viable in the future. So maybe I should just bank what I have and just like hope it gets
Thank
better.
God he didn't reroll. This is not a reroll.
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep it. It is what it is. I don't really think there's any way we could have remedied this. I'm disgustingly tempted to just see what another 24 packs looks like.
Don't
but
do
I
it.
know I shouldn't do that to myself.
And he literally does it. He says, oh my God, it's so much
I
better.
think I made the right call. Let's get to building.
This might be a really bad
yeah.
idea, but it's
Okay, so we knew that he was going to do this, but you'll notice he doesn't have Kaleido.
one I want to try. We actually did end up getting a pretty decent Necros pool.
This is like
one of really like all of the important
astoundingly
monsters to be able to
playable.
actually
What
put
the
a deck
fuck?
together. So we're gonna see if it's actually plausible to play a super stripped down version of Necros. Altogether, probably the most hyped, the best deck of the entire game. At the Secret Forces
Yeah, this
release.
looks nuts.
We have a whole bunch of really sick engines still available to us that I just can't wait to show Alex. I bet he doesn't even remember them, right? Like, I can't wait to hit him with the Jin lock paired with Laval chain.
Oh, God,
This
we
is,
even have
at full
Laval
power
chain
right
for
now.
Jin.
The best way is to pull off the Necros Jin lock, being able to summon
I
a
don't
monster
know.
with Jin
This
releaser
looks
of
pretty
rituals.
fucking
Makes
good.
a pseudo
I'm not gonna lie.
vanity's emptiness. The way to do it is you're going to be using a normal summon level 4 like Manju Sonic
Do we
Bird
only have
or Senju.
one
You're
cycle?
Pair it out with the Necros of Unicore summon.
What
We're going
the
to see
fuck?
both of those into the Laval chain. We're going to dump the Jin releaser of rituals, and we're going to use Necros cycle to be able to bring back Necros Colossus from the graveyard.
He
by
said
using
Neclos.
Jin releaser of rituals,
He almost
so
said
it is buffed
Necloth,
up with the effect.
which is what it was
That
called
is
in the
essentially
OCG.
the bare bones of the Necros Jin lock, and it's
This
essentially
seems
unoutable.
crazy.
2100 on Necros of Colossus is already pretty big, right? It's also got a quick effect to be able to sync special summon monsters to 0 attack, so it's not like it'll have an easier chance of getting over it. But even on top of that, common outs were essentially actually placed in the main deck. Things like Bull Blader or Exiled Force to be able to search off of our now reinforcement of the army, which is put at 3 at the moment. I don't think Alex
Remember
is going to have
Duelist
those
Network when we
anywhere
were
in his
calling
side or main
Construct
deck, so I don't
Nephilim?
really
Nephilim was
expect him to have an
such a cool
efficient
name,
out
but
to the
honestly,
Jin lock if
Construct
we
is an
can pull it
iconic
off.
name
We're going
too.
to have to be extremely careful with our resources, though. Having only one Bryonic, having one Trishula, one Unicorn, these are all cards that are like integral
Necloth
to our
makes
strategy.
sense because it's
We're
like,
gonna
no,
be
they're
running
wearing
through them.
clothes
We're gonna have to find a
inspired
way to be able
by
to put them back. I think
the
that's going to be
critters
through a
that
card
they
like
are,
Daigusto
you
Emerald,
know,
or
trying to
being able to
invoke.
loop with Necros of Unicorns' effect.
It's like
to take one
Necro,
from the
like they're
graveyard.
dead, cloth, like
Unfortunately, this is a card that
clothes.
we want to be summoning a lot too.
But
So
no, they
I
were
don't
like,
know if I'll be able to
no,
use as a hand effect.
white
efficiently.
boys won't buy
Whole
that
bunch
shit.
of ways to find the
And they were
engine
right.
with cards like Prep, Manju, Senju, Sonic Bird, Rhoda, Upstart
Qliphorth,
Goblin,
yeah,
all of the
it
likes.
was-
We can
what
get
was
to
it?
this, no problem.
Qliphorth?
But keeping it moving is going to be the
it was
difficult
something like
thing.
that.
Let's hope that if we can resolve the Necros of Trishula, it'll be able to put us in a winning position that game. There's tons of other decks that I could take that are extremely powerful and I think have a lot of options, but those are ones that I think we'll save for later. I think thematically, it should be fun to be able to try Necros.
Okay, and
It's
then
been a
Alex
very
is
long
playing
time
some
since I've
stupid
sat down
fucking
and
deck
played
with
this deck,
Blaze
so let's see if
Accelerator
we can
reload
knock
in
the
it.
rust off. It's like riding a bike, right? Maybe I'll figure it out again. Let's see what Alex is playing. Let's see if it can stand up to our Necros strategy.
I already know this is not going to pan out well for us, but
Why? This looks fucking unbeatable. What the fuck? I know this isn't going to pan out for us. Shows like a deck that went 15-0 at a YCS card for card.
you know what? We're in a new year. Let's try some new decks. So I saw that around this period, Volcanic actually had a few tops. And I thought, can we actually play something similar to this? And we can. Unfortunately, we just don't have all of the best cards available to us.
Okay, so what we're missing here is Magic Planter, which allows you to turn one, send Blaze Accelerator Reload to the graveyard. Otherwise, we don't have a really fantastic way to get it into the graveyard consistently. We are also missing Vanity's Emptiness, which is a really important part of this deck. Outside of that, everything looks normal. But historically, this deck had one really bad matchup against the Big Four that really pushed it out of contention, and lo and behold, it was Necros.
For instance, we only have 2 copies of Rocket, which sucks, but it's not the end of the world, right? If we have enough draw power, we can obviously get to reload in other ways. I think one thing that really hurts this deck is the fact that we don't have Magic Planter. I think it was a card that was released as like a super rare in like one of the GX, or not GX, the 5D sets, I believe.
Yeah, it's not very available.
Unfortunately, it hasn't had a reprint since, or if it has, I don't know if we've had access to it. And losing out on the ability
Necros
to
was only good versus the trap stuff because it overloaded on Necros names, which Gage doesn't have, though. That's true. If Alex can put together 3 removal spells, he actually does win.
To see how this is going to play out. But you know what? It's a progression series, and anything's possible at the end of the day. So I saw this list, actually, that topped a regional that plays a more monster-heavy lineup, so that way we can actually get in for some more poking. Because ideally, what we're trying to do is we're just trying to control the board with stuff like Scattershot, and by doing that, we're able to go and just get in with some chip damage here and there, and then we ultimately just close out the game because we're walled up behind all of our traps. So we got the Firestorm cards to recycle the Scattershot that we're using to Raigeki Gage's board. We got Romelio to search stuff on Trap to Shuffle Nightmare as well as Bottomless. Point. So it's whatever. As much so we've got a double D Nightmare. Speaking of Vero deck, we've Battery Men, because it's just easily, or Blaze, kind of cover all the universe also. We can just play out, but see how it plays out. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel.
I'm going to make you wait a little bit longer. Someone redeemed Quimby, so we're going to do it right now. All right, folks, we are going to step into the wild world of evidence for a second. Evidence. You're all familiar with evidence. You all know evidence. Here we go. This case is called Old Chief versus United States.
Imagine you're on a jury deciding the fate of a defendant charged as a felon in possession of a firearm. During the proceedings, the prosecution introduces as evidence the nature of the defendant's prior felony, aggravated assault.
Okay, so this is going to be a question about admissibility of evidence. What's going on in this case, they'll explain momentarily, is that your client has a prior felony which matches up pretty clearly with the one they are currently accused of. Are you allowed to bring that into evidence?
Would that information sway your verdict? Should that evidence even be admitted? The United States Supreme Court addressed this question in Old Chief versus United States. Johnny Old Chief was convicted in state court of assault causing serious bodily injury.
That was wrong.
Okay, first off, Johnny Old Chief sounds like a character that I would write. It's like Johnny Konami.
Was sentenced to 5 years in prison. After getting out of prison, he got into a fight during which a firearm was discharged. The evidence was disputed whether Old Chief or someone else had fired the gun.
That was wrong.
A federal prosecutor determined that Old Chief was the one who discharged the firearm and obtained an indictment from a federal grand jury charging him with offenses arising out of the fight, including the charge of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
All right.
Old Chief pleaded not guilty and had a jury trial where he offered evidence that someone else possessed the firearm.
Okay.
During the case, the prosecution sought to introduce, as an exhibit, a copy of the state court judgment showing that Old Chief had been convicted of felony assault causing serious bodily injury.
That was wrong.
So if you are a felon in some jurisdictions, your ability to have a firearm is diminished. So here he's like, well, he's a felon. And you know what, actually? I'm going to tell people why he's a felon.
And sentenced to 5 years in state prison. The defense objected to its admission and offered to stipulate to the simple fact that Old Chief had been convicted of a felony offense. The federal district court overruled the objection and allowed the prosecution to introduce the judgment. The jury convicted Old Chief, and he appealed. The United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit affirmed his conviction. Old Chief successfully petitioned the United States Supreme Court. The court addressed whether a district court abuses its discretion if, after a felony defendant offers to stipulate to the fact but not the name and nature of a prior felony conviction, the court admits evidence of the felony's name and nature.
That was
All right.
wrong.
If you think that the district court abused its discretion, you are voting Old Chief. If you think that this is okay, you are voting United States. 1 minute on the clock here.
That was wrong.
Krusty2323, thank you for the Prime. Tiggy Biggie, thank you for the 18. Do It Broly, thank you for the 24. Wave 7, thank you for the Tier 1. The Soul Reaper, thank you for the 7. Adam of Zalith, thank you for the 7. Anonymous, thank you for the gifty to Yenbod, 1102. Oh my god, you all are really in Old Chief's corner here. What the fuck? Y'all are really like, no, the United States was in the wrong, and they're about to get owned by the Supreme Court. Holy shit. Old Chief is a solid name. I got you. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, submissions are closed.
That was wrong.
In an opinion by Justice Souter, joined by 4 other justices, the court held that if a defendant charged with a felony is willing to stipulate to the fact that the defendant was previously convicted of a felony, a district court may not admit evidence about the name and nature of the defendant's prior conviction.
Correct!
The court agreed that the state court judgment, which mentioned the nature of Old Chief's prior conviction, was relevant evidence within the meaning of Rule 401 of the Federal Rules of Evidence. However, the court concluded that there was just as much probative value in a stipulation. The fact of the prior felony conviction is the element of the offense, not the name and nature of the defendant's prior offense. The court also pointed out that a stipulation would prevent jurors from improperly inferring that Old Chief had a propensity to possess a firearm based on aggravating aspects of his prior offense.
Good shit.
Therefore, the court concluded that under Rule 403,
this is the prejudicial and probative case, by the way, to my understanding.
The probative value of the state court judgment was substantially outweighed by the danger of unfair prejudice to Old Chief in view of his willingness to stipulate. Applying the abuse of discretion standard to the district court's evidentiary ruling, the Supreme Court found such an abuse by the district court in admitting the state court judgment into evidence. The court ruled in favor of Old Chief and reversed the judgment of the Ninth Circuit. Justice O'Connor, joined by 3 justices, dissented.
That's a 5-4, by the way.
O'Connor contended that the majority erred by making an exception to the general rule that the prosecution is free to prove its case as it sees fit, unaffected by a defendant's willingness to stipulate to certain facts.
Wait, that's like an insane dissent. What the fuck?
Furthermore, the judgment of Old Chief's prior conviction wasn't unduly prejudicial under Rule 403. In Old Chief, the Supreme Court created an important exception to the general rule that a defendant can't prevent the prosecution from introducing relevant evidence by agreeing to stipulate to a fact. That exception concerns a defendant's prior felony conviction when it is an element of the current offense.
All right. And back to progression series. Did we all learn something today?
Well, Gage, the Secret Forces is no longer a secret any longer. We know now that Necroz's reign of terror has come to an end, that it was one of the most transformative archetypes in the game's history. How you feeling about your polls, buddy?
It's very funny to me that Gage's background is like standard gamer background. Like he's got like Funko Pops and like a big Yu-Gi-Oh neon sign and shit back there. And Alex, I always like to imagine, is standing in like a bunker, and right outside his window is like the sun having turned up 15 degrees, blasting a deadly laser at every last remnant of Earth. That he has to keep the shade drawn to keep out the hell that is
outside. I need that, so I had to like meet him up somewhere to hand it over to him. But yeah,
Alex is in the spot the world's competitors played on day one. That's true.
I think this is actually,
literally true.
The first of like the deck.
He's our first backrooms
gamer. I don't think
gamer.
There was really anything else that predated this, was there?
Nope. This is the first iteration of those.
Didn't you stay at Alex's place at Vegas? I got to be honest, Vegas is pretty close to it. Just driving around Vegas, I keep thinking to myself, it's like, wow, it really is an affront to God. Not because of the gambling and the hookers and stuff, but because man was not meant to live here. Like water doesn't make it out there.
Okay, and then Senju's weren't great, but Necros were a home run and a half. They were crazy.
I mean, you can.
Let me give you a little heads up about what's going on at Alex's house. Alex got AstroTurf for his house, and he had to rip it up because the reflection of the sun in one of his windows was creating a laser that would melt the AstroTurf. That's what it's like living in Nevada, and people choose to do it.
Moving into the future, a few years, like people
a
play
monument
it,
to hubris
like
is correct.
Anti-meta strategy just because it can play like 10,000.
Hundreds of thousands of Icaruses jammed into one singular state.
Shout out to patron Ilan Ostrovsky. Thank you for the support. Apologies if I butchered the name. All right, Gage, let's see what you got, my friend.
I've got a losing.
But there are no state income taxes. That is correct, Retro Yu-Gi-Oh official. So actually, who's to say if it's good or bad?
I think I want to go first. I think with the deck that I'm playing, it makes sense.
I think you do too, Alex. I think you want to go first too. So let's see what.
Oh, nice hand.
I don't like
this
that
deck
you
is
want
so
me to go
good.
first. That's a bit
Holy
terrifying.
shit.
Shit. Stand by main.
This hand is so good.
Let's just set 3 cards and pass it back.
Oh, just 3?
You definitely
3
set
back
shell
row
here.
too.
Come on.
Yikes. All right. Well, I'll draw for turn. Let's give my hand a shuffle here.
Storm
Stand
him.
by main. Are we good to go?
Yep.
All right.
All good.
Kicking it off strong, man. I'll start with the Pot of Greed.
Oh.
Yep. Greedy
Always
guy.
smiling.
I'll take 2 more off the top of my deck. Those are good cards. Those are really good cards.
I was gonna say, how dead am I is the question.
All right, man. I'm going to start with normal summon. Are you ready for this? You're going to lose your mind. I'm going to normal summon Sonic Bird, and I'm going to use his effect.
Stop!
Yes.
You are not playing this.
You don't know what I'm playing yet. You'll find out.
You don't know what I'm playing yet, he says.
Fair.
What am I getting?
Let's see what you get off the Sonic Bird. I'm sure this will cue me in. I did not like that giggle. I did not like that.
Let's go for yeah.
Most guys
are
are afraid to even
Necroz
moan
mirror.
during sex.
Oh
I mean,
my
the pussy like,
god! How crazy were your polls if you're on this?
We've been doing a little bit of cooking, Alex. Just a little
He's
bit
been
of cooking
chefing.
here.
He's been
All
chefing.
right.
He's been HelloFreshing.
I'm gonna go with
This man is
reinforcement
not eating
of
factor.
the army. Freshly at 3. Love to see it.
Rhoda
I'm
for
guessing that's
sure,
gonna
a
resolve, right? You'll be able to
classic.
pick up any
Yeah,
order.
you're fine. What am I gonna fucking ash your
Right?
Rhoda?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Sure.
pick up Shuret, Strategist of the Necroz. Oh man, these
Okay,
these bring back
people always get mad at me when I say this. Shuret Strategist of the Necroz looks like how to draw anime, right? He looks like shit.
memories, dude. Let me tell you.
He looks terrible.
I'm smiling the whole time. What do we got? You're not in Trishula range. Funny enough, no cards in the graveyard.
No cards in graveyard.
Very
You can't
important
Trish me.
distinction. Yeah, OG Trish could activate his effect, but Necroz
Good.
of Trishula.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar,
no, need
Necroz
to
of
have
Trishula
something
has
be
to
able
have a
target.
target in
That
each
is so
location.
strong. Maybe I just do that. All right, I'm gonna go activate Necroz Mirror, and I'm going to be able to tribute the Shuret from my hand. It allows me to special summon the Necroz of Valkyris.
Oh my
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying, isn't it? I'm going to activate the Shuret, Strategist of the Necroz from the graveyard. It allows me to search any
I mean, we
warrior
should just go
Necroz
combat
from
here,
deck to
but
hand.
we can Valk main phase
There's
too.
one in particular you might be going for.
One in
here.
particular, he seems like the best choice. He seems pretty good, bro. I'm going to pick up the Necroz of Brionak.
Yeah, nice short print card there.
Right? Yeah,
Okay.
that's $100 in my hand right now. All right.
Dude, these were like 200. They were not 100. They were way more.
They were
than
over
that.
100.
What are
Well,
you
they were
playing
100
with
if you
3
knew
back row,
someone.
Alex? I'm like actually kind of petrified.
The guy's playing Necroz in Prague, and he's petrified.
I'm a
Okay.
little scared, right? It could be anything good.
Could be Mirror
Probably
Force.
What, I don't want to run into anything and lose here. All right, I'm going to activate an Upstart Goblin. I'll draw a card.
Okay, take 1,000. I don't know if that kits me at a kill range, but we'll see.
Let me do some math now. It might just not because I drew a really good card. So
I shouldn't have said anything.
Nah, you're safe. You're safe. All right. I'll go battle phase with these two. I'll just attack you for 14.
I guess this works out. I'll Mirror Force.
I kind of figured you might have something big like that, and I didn't want to go all the way in. I missed 2 draws off my Valkyrs, but that's fine.
Which I'm
No,
happy
you didn't.
about.
That shit
Yeah,
would
I'm
not
gonna
have
complain
resolved.
there.
Okay, main phase 2. You know what, Alex? Go ahead. You know what I
was
have
gonna
in
say,
my hand.
You're still sitting pretty, so
It's
I don't
kinda
think you're going to care
terrifying.
too much. Yeah.
Let me see if you do anything that's.
Oh,
scary.
duality's
We'll
crazy.
duality.
That's good. Let me see what you
This
got.
is probably going to reveal what I'm up to.
There it is,
Oh
baby.
my God! What volcanic?
All right, we win.
No
It's
way.
over.
This is playable.
We'll just we'll take this reload. Don't worry about
It's
it.
over, it's
Don't
over,
worry
it's
about
over.
it.
Reveal that reload to me again. Let me
Was
get
this
a
the
double
era of
read
cheaper
on
at an
that.
event?
All right,
No,
go
they
ahead.
just wouldn't
Yeah, I mean,
bring
you'll be
these
probably
cards.
seeing it very shortly here, momentarily,
here.
if I had to guess.
Send a volcanic hand to graveyard, draw a card during the main phase.
Yeah, you
banish
would just
it,
show
send a
up and be like, "You
so
got
good,
burritos?" And they'd
so
be like,
good.
"No."
Not bad, right? It's not
Fuck
bad.
you.
All right. Well, I think I'm just gonna set a few more cards.
This is
and,
nice because
we'll
now if
go
you get
back
heavy
to you.
stormed, you still
All
get
right,
to fire
I'll draw
the
for turn.
reload.
Shuffle the hand here. Stand by main.
Yep.
Alrighty, man. Let's see here. I'm gonna start with Preparation of Rites.
Oh,
Gross.
wow. That's
Yep,
insane.
really good that I have
So
my
Prep
Ritual
Rites has a
Spell in
little
my graveyard.
secondary effect.
So
it gets a
I
Rit
will
spell
pick
from the
up a
graveyard to the
7 or
hand.
lower
So
from
here
the
we can
deck.
grab like a
Probably
guy
this one.
and the cycle
I'll
back.
pick up Necroz of Unicorn,
Sure.
and I will pick up the mirror from the graveyard.
Sounds good.
Dope. Okay, man. I'm ready to go in here. I'm gonna activate Necroz Mirror.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna banish the Shuret from my graveyard, and I'm going to summon the Necroz of Trishula.
Sure.
Is the summon resolved? Summon okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, awesome.
You ready?
I'm gonna activate Necroz of Trishula.
What are your targets?
I'm wondering because I know that one of these is going to be
It doesn't
the Blaze
target.
Accelerator reload. Let's go for this one.
Oh, actually, hold on. It doesn't target.
Oh, it doesn't. You're right. Man.
It doesn't target. Doesn't
Bring
target.
back memories. Thanks for reminding me. That's so good. All right, what do you got, bro? Anything.
I was like,
wait, do we get to use shirt here?
It's been a while. Okay, anyway.
I forget what his text
I do
is.
have something, thankfully. I'm going to activate Trap Trick's Trap Hole Nightmare to dispose of your Trish.
Shit. All right, what a monster.
He has to be
negate the effect,
tributed.
destroy the card?
Sure.
Yep.
Damn.
Then no.
That's tough,
right.
bro. All right, that's fine. No problem.
I mean, you already alluded to the fact that you had the Trish.
I think it says you can
earlier, so now we
banish cards from
confirm
your
it for the
graveyard,
fact.
like
All right,
instead of
I'll just normal
tributing.
summon Manju of the 10,000 hands, and I'll use his effect.
Haven't seen this
Good
man
stuff.
in
Good
a while.
stuff.
Man,
We're actually
the
going kind of
man,
off
huh?
here.
You haven't seen the Manju. Let's see here. I'll pick up a.
The problem is
Necros
like if
Colossus.
Simo is able to establish
your
the lock,
fucking
like it's
polls
really
were
hard to get out of it.
It feels like a full power deck, doesn't it? I want to use its effect.
Yeah.
Allows me to discard, add a Necros.
We grab a
Stellar Trap.
cycle
All right,
here.
I'm gonna
Can we
add
get Trish back?
the Necros. I'm gonna get the Necros cycle.
Oh my god,
Fucking
wait.
problem. Yep.
Okay, Necros of Trishla. Unfortunately, they were good enough to put the hard once per turn on it.
Oh, they were
What's
good
the hard
enough
ones
to put
look
the
like?
hard
Is it
ones per
used?
turn on
Yeah,
Trish.
They were smart enough to
Oh,
put
no,
a
it
hard
doesn't-
once per turn on this card here. So let's.
It doesn't
see here.
matter,
I'm gonna
I think
activate the Necros.
Nightmare
Mirror.
negates the
Let me
effect.
Read this card. Double. Make sure it does. Oh, I have to control no monsters. I'm
Yeah, you have
sorry,
to
so I
control
can't
no
do that.
monsters.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem. That's fine. I'll just go battle phase. I'll attack for 14.
14's fine.
Okay. And then I'll just pass my turn. Go ahead.
All right. We'll reload.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hit shell, draw a card.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
Draw.
Oh,
stand by
God,
main.
this deck
Go
is
shell
so
effect.
much fun.
Oh, he's got
Okay,
the,
5.
he's moving. He's getting cards now. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, we're getting cards. You know it. All right. Now that we got this online, this is going to be a bit quicker here. Let's go reload.
Yep.
Shell.
Wow. T-King
This
here is
boy.
crazy.
Okay, cool. Now, let's see. You've got a mirror and grave. I know your hand is, I want to say it's Cycle Brio. I don't think I know anything else, right?
Don't sound so sure, bro.
No, it's, you added Cycle off the cloud.
I
you
have
added
Cycle,
Brio.
Unicorn, Brio. Those are the
Unicorn
cards
was
you
the
know.
other one. Unicorn was the other one. Thank you. Okay. Let's go duality.
Okay.
Wow.
God, Royal
Oh my
Firestorm
God.
guards. Let's
Firestorm's
go.
a pick here 1,000,000%.
Not bad,
It's
not
100%
bad.
Firestorm.
Not bad. You need kind of need
We
a
normal
couple
summon
more
Ryo
Pyros
this turn,
in
and the next
graveyard
turn
to
we
do
need
Just a
anything.
few.
Firestorm. Oh, actually,
just a few.
do we have a fourth one?
Think with
That's
how
kinda fucked
things
up.
are
We don't
looking,
have a
we probably
fourth
take
one.
the scatter shot.
Oh god, it's
Whatever you
never
want,
scatter
buddy.
shot.
Anything
It's
at
always
all.
wing blast here if you're not taking
Okay. Shuffle
Firestorm.
up here. And good thing I put this guy in the main deck. Normal Ryo.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Okay, yeah.
All right, whatever.
We'll get him for 5.
This
I'll
is still
take
a
5, sure.
crazy
And
position to be in.
second main, we'll just
Oh.
saw that.
Not happy about it.
Second main, we'll set a card that you may or may not know the identity of, and we'll pass it to you.
Very well. I'll draw for turn. I'll go standby main. I'll start
right.
with Dark Hole. I kind of want to get my.
That
Okay,
sucks.
that's important.
For
I think
you,
we
because I
Lance
have
here.
Lance.
Oh my God, bro! You are such a stinker. No way. All right.
We can't even
All
let
right, he's
normal
alive by
Sonic Bird to get
1100.
over it.
Oh my.
He is alive. I will adjust the stats for our lovely viewers at home.
Kind of frustrating.
Nice mirror you got there.
I love Ryo. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
right. Kind of frustrating.
Can you
Pick
believe
Scattershot because we
Ryo
don't
is
have a way to send
limited in this
Accelerator to the
format?
grave. That's
This
kind of
is
funny.
insane.
I like that.
Damn, bro. Damn. That really makes things difficult. It doesn't it's not the worst thing in the world, but it doesn't feel fantastic. I kind of wanted to do more. Here's what I'm going to do, Alex. I'm going to hope you don't have anything else crazy. I'm going to Necros Cycle still. And it really sucks.
You had it.
I have to tribute this Shurret from my hand. Not exactly what I want to do.
Oh, that does suck.
While
There's no Ryo
Ryo's
up.
up, I
Yeah,
see.
and I'm going to summon back the Necros of Trishula.
I mean, this is like an
powerful.
insane
This one,
Trish,
I'm
right?
going to activate. Is this going to resolve?
I think I'm probably gonna have to chain here.
You have to chain reload here. There's just not another
Actually,
option.
let me think about this. Now your hand is Unicorn.
But you still get cooked.
Unicorn
Like he
Brio.
banishes
Still in the
reload
Brio,
Lance
and one
card in
card I
hand.
do
That's
not.
or reload
This is fine.
scatter.
This is gonna resolve?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, it's
Okay.
fine. He
I'll
said.
Take your picks.
Banish the Blaze Accelerator reload.
Yeah, of course. Why
I
would
will
we do
banish
that?
one of your shells from graveyard,
Sure.
and I'll banish this card from hand.
Surprise!
No way. Okay.
Wow.
All right, big Necros of Trish. Got to get over this Ryo. I'm gonna attack.
D-Prison.
Christ. This card again. I'm sick of it. Oh man. Well, I've lost Trish. Damn, that's my. That's maybe my
This time
one
it's actually
Trishula, too.
gone.
That is maybe my
Yeah.
one Trishula. I cannot believe this.
There's maybe your one Trishula, just perhaps.
That fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. Oh my god.
He
Go
knew
ahead,
about
your
this?
turn.
He shouldn't have known
Would you
about
like
it.
to activate those mirrors in the
I'm
graveyard to
dying
control
to,
no
Alex.
monsters?
I am dying to, bro. You just
Nice
wait.
draw!
Give me a chance.
Nice draw!
Let's go
I
19.
remember the shit out of this
Second
deck.
main, I think I just have to pass. Go ahead.
Draw. Oh, come on. Come on.
Is this Ryo just gonna solo?
Oh, this
man.
is such
No,
a winnable
I've got
position.
moves. I'm just not happy about this stupid thing. All right, let's do this. I'm going to activate Necroz of Unicorn. Discarded allows me to get a Necroz. Please be a card. It is a card. Thank God. Any Necroz card from graveyard to hand.
Sure.
I'm going to grab back the Necroz Mirror here.
Okay.
I'm going to use Necroz Mirror.
Sure.
I'm going to banish the Shurret from my graveyard.
What do we have in
going
hand?
for?
I'm going to summon the Necroz of Decisive Armor.
God.
He's gigantic. Yep.
The summon works?
Summon's fine.
All right. Necroz Decisive Armor's secret ability. I'll be able to pop.
Oh my god, what? This card pops back row?
I mean, I may as well chain it. I'll just lance your guy, so he just goes down
Yeah, that's
to,
fine.
what, 20?
This guy's a big chungus.
Yeah, still big enough to beat over this ride.
Yeah, just barely. If you had the Brio, that would have been way more convenient for me here.
Big
but
chungus.
I'll take the 6. Ryo's down.
Outstanding. All right, dude. Kind of seems like you're struggling here.
I do like that he's not activating mirror and cycle here.
Until you
not
had
because
the out
like
for the
he
Ryo,
keeps
I could
forgetting,
say
but
the
because
same for
that's
you,
all
my
of his
friend.
mirrors and cycle.
Yeah, I'm
If he
good
outs
like
this
that, bro. Let's
chungus,
see
we
here.
do die. We
Is
do
there
not have
anything
a
else I
backup
wanna do
plan.
with my turn? No, dude, I'll just keep the hand like
Let's
it
see
is.
the
All right,
third
I'm just gonna
scatter
pass.
shot
Go
here,
ahead.
please.
Okay, your guy goes back up.
Oh,
It does.
boo.
Thank you.
Oh,
main
boo. What a
one.
rip.
Well,
Come on, you can't beat a 3,300 decisive
oh, I
armor?
can.
Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, that'll do it. All right.
I was just thinking about what I'm going to do next. And you have Brio and one card I don't think I know the identity of. Just trying to think what your next turn's going to look like. I'll pass. Go ahead.
Oh, boy. Draw for turn. Stay in my main. Let's see here. Yeah,
We have a
I
lot
guess
of
I'll have to
really
start by
live
using one
draws
of the
here.
mirrors.
Yep.
Oh, we are going to
One
activate
Necroz
one.
monster.
Okay, so
Okay,
that's the
so
we
I
get
will
the
banish the
last
mirror,
mirror out of the deck.
And I will banish the Colossus from the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll add another Necroz spell here. So I'll pick up another Necroz mirror.
Another secret rare.
Can you
by
get
the way.
mirror with
You know
mirror?
how I get.
We're
It
at
doesn't matter.
1,
It's like
2,
one there, too.
3, 4, 5, 6. You just
I think that's
added
most
1,
of 'em.
7.
Are you
and your
done
Brio
complaining?
8.
Are
No,
you
go
done?
ahead. I'm just
Are
seeing
you
what your
done?
Necroz pool looked like.
Are you
That's
done
all.
complaining?
I'm going to use Necroz of Brionic.
Sure.
Finally, I'm going to use him from my hand. I'm going to be able to add any Necroz monster. So I'm going to add a Shurret.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
Strategist.
you don't have an
3
option
sure it
here.
makes sense in our format.
3
Yeah.
Shurret, yep. I'll use Necroz Mirror.
Sure.
I'll tribute this Shurret to special summon another Decisive Armor.
Oh my
And then
god!
I'll use Shurret's effect.
How do we still
Another
have
secret rare, by
targets
the way.
for Shurret?
Yeah,
We have the second,
I'm going
Colossus.
to add a Colossus from deck
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hand.
yeah,
Another secret rare, by the way.
Yeah.
Kill him!
I just wanted to know how many of your 24 secret rares were Necroz cards specifically. That's
There-
You've
I had
seen
a
them all.
pretty
You've
good
seen
amount,
everyone.
honestly.
This,
I had a
this
well, you
episode.
already had about
more.
half of your opening being them, so.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna just hope you can't out my 3,300 guy. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go battle
that's,
phase.
I think that's pretty
33.
reasonable,
I mean,
right?
it was already hard enough.
And you're gonna have to
out
walk through
before.
2 scatter
Looking at
shots, which is
Darkhold.
disastrous.
Your move.
All right. I'll just
That's
set,
annoying.
And
You know that doesn't do anything. Not against this guy, bro. He just
Yeah.
pops it.
go ahead.
All right, draw. Shoo. Stand by main. I'll banish the face down.
I'll compulse it.
Ah.
Well,
I
we
was
don't
really
have any more
hoping you
ritual
wouldn't do that.
spells, so that's okay.
I'm
We're
kind
so
of
fucked.
I'm kind of out of Necroz speller traps now, bro.
Are you?
I don't know about you.
This is we're gonna play a little
That
game
was
we
the
like to call
intent of it.
Manju Beatdown.
Let me. Can I double check? Can I do that real quick?
Sure.
Yeah,
you
we
can-
know
you
he's
can
out. We know
check.
he's out.
Ooh.
We got
Yeah,
prep
all
rights.
right.
Yep.
Oh,
we got
I'm
prep rights.
just,
Oh, we don't have any ritual monsters
Okay,
left though.
maybe I spoke too soon about you having too many secret rares. All right,
Wait, where the fuck is
I got the
Manju?
ones that mattered clearly.
I'm just gonna T-set and pass. I need to like
You
not
recycle
die
spells with
here to some
Unicorn? No,
random
we lost
bullshit,
Unicorn.
so-
Stand my main. Let me go reinforce that army. Let's see
That's what I was
got.
afraid of.
Do we
Yeah.
have targets?
What
for
are you
this?
getting with this?
Ugh.
Are you out of Roga
Yeah,
targets?
About that. Yeah, about that. Oh my god. Come on, dude.
Okay, this is okay. I
The
now
deck
understand
is
the
just
problem.
Too
here.
good, Gabe.
It is, dude. Oh my god. Your move, Duelist.
God, if I was like playing anything
it's
else,
over.
I'd actually
It's
probably
over.
be able to win from this
It's
position.
over.
But that's
Why
so
do we even
embarrassing.
set the
All
fucking
right,
scatter shot?
There's no way I just start doing this, right? There's no way that's the
Just
right
start
answer.
going combat.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah,
What
I
are
think
you
we
gonna
do.
do? What are you gonna do?
No way! Summon
It's just
Scattershot!
2K. We
I'm
get
gonna
a
take
next
this
turn. We probably
1,000,
win.
And here's what I'm gonna do about it, bro.
Oh,
Whoops.
come on!
Oh,
Lame.
no,
All
we
right,
got
now we're
it.
actually
Yeah,
just
you-
dead here. We're
Hey,
dead.
you guys,
We're
did you know this guy's at 2? Did you know he's at 2?
In the back of my mind, I'm like, he's gonna gores me if I do this.
on the
I was
scatter
waiting.
Hilarious.
Revenge.
Hilarious.
Oh, we got away with a fucking murder that game. Oh, this
Gage, I gotta
episode
be
is
honest.
so
I wasn't
good.
expecting you to come up with, I wouldn't say full power Necros, but as far as the progression series goes, it
I mean,
may
this
as
is a
well be,
pretty
considering you got,
competent
like, the
Necros
absolute
deck.
stones
Getting
for
to a
this deck.
position in
This is
Necros
crazy.
where you're
Yeah,
out of
definitely
shit
makes
to
the
search.
cut, bro. It's good enough. It's good enough to beat you.
Yeah, clearly. I think if I want any chance of winning this, like, I need to go first, but I also, like, no, you
have to
just
go
get
first.
set up if I let you go first.
No,
I
you
think
have
I
to go
have to
first.
go first, honestly, and just hope I get good enough cards.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's what
okay.
we like to see.
Standby main. Let's just go Ryo
Phoenix Wing
God,
Shot.
yeah, yeah. Ryo's good enough, bro. He's a hell of a card. I'll draw for turn. I mentioned how good Ryo was. Yeah, man.
I don't think we have an out
Come on,
for
dude.
Ryo.
You have no right to complain.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
guess I don't. Your move. Go ahead.
Oh, great. Okay. Now, see, the problem with this
We
is you're
can
like,
normal
oh,
Firestorm
ha,
and
ha,
just
ha,
start
and then you're just
attacking.
going to drop gores as soon as I attack with this Ryo, so...
You don't know my tricks, bro. You
but
don't know what I got.
I also have to, like, win the game at some point, too.
Yeah,
so,
you do,
like,
yeah.
I don't know if I have much of a choice, in all honesty. Do I just, like, fucking
Yeah, you
full
gotta proc
send?
it. Yeah, you gotta
Maybe.
proc it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get it for the 19. Show me the gores.
Yeah. This feels mighty familiar to a game we played last week or so.
We'll go second main. Not in a fantastic position either way. Got two different
main
lines.
phase
They
Phoenix
both
Wing to bounce the gores
have
and
like
then
their own
trigger
strengths
shell to
and
draw a card to
weaknesses.
improve your draw
Just trying
next
to weigh
turn.
like what's
But he still gets to
worse
crash in a
in the
T
worst
King, and
case
then you have a
scenario.
disastrous
I
problem.
think I have to go for this one.
Are you
I'm
just
in a
doing
normal
forearm workouts
Firestorm
under the
guards.
table. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Okay.
I got one of
I like
these
it.
things off
Let's
Amazon
just make a
because
101
I'm
into
realizing.
Oh man, I should have put him in defense.
That was
Wow, I
wrong.
really don't like this.
Still gotta
I'm
remember this
realizing
card
that I
exists.
actually
Yeah,
have
it's
lost a lot
relevant.
of grip strength.
It is relevant.
Since I last played cello.
and I think we're
and
just
a lot
gonna
of the
pass
fingering
there.
stuff is
Okay,
now
I'll draw.
like I get exhausted after about
It's
an
not
hour and a half
great,
of playing.
but Gores
So I'm trying
obviously
to get
forces
better at
my
it.
hand a bit.
Okay, I'm down for something like this. All right, I'm just
It's
gonna
weird
start by
getting
blind
old.
space.
I will say
you know
it is
what?
weird
I'm
getting
gonna
old.
go for this 50-50 here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Rolling.
It's a roll.
Oh my god, he hit
What
the
do we
right
got?
one.
This one over here. What am I hitting?
You're hitting a
Poor wife. I mean,
It's a
it is
chainable.
harder to
What do we-
finger
is
a
it something
cello
you're
than a
gonna
woman.
activate?
It is a chainable. I'm
You know what,
considering if I want to fire it. Yeah,
that out, Progressives.
we'll do it. It's a wing blast. It's nothing
Oh.
crazy,
Okay.
but I just
More
want to
like
get your
wing
thing
ass.
off the field.
I mean, you
if
don't-
I'm losing it anyway.
Yeah, you don't lose much anyways. You're pitching a shell, so.
Exactly, yeah. That's why I was like, may as well.
What are we doing here?
All right, I'm gonna activate Preparation of Rights.
I mean, we're fucked, right? Now that
no
we're not
longer
under
Thunder King Ryo, I feel a lot better.
Ryo,
to
we
do
just
this.
win.
Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're cooking, baby. Okay, I'm gonna pick up off of this. I'm gonna grab Necros of Colossus. Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna use Necros of Colossus's effect. Wait, actually, is that the one I want? Yeah, that is the one. I'm gonna go Necros of Colossus effect. I'm gonna add Necros Mirror from deck to hand.
Sure.
I'm gonna activate the Necros Mirror. I'm going to tribute the Shurit, Strategist of the Necros, and I'm going to special summon out Valkyris to the field.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Shurit effect. All right. For my warrior, I will pick up Necros of Trishula.
Seems pretty good.
I'm gonna activate another Preparation of Rights.
Oh Jesus.
No hard ones per turn.
Oh, it's legitimately
Too old
over.
for that. No,
It's-
I'm gonna
it's
add
legit.
a
Yeah.
Necros of Brionic. I'm gonna pick back up this mirror again.
Sure.
All right, I can't use that mirror again, which
You can't,
sucks.
That was wrong.
Okay, I guess that's it then for that. I guess I'll just go battle phase and
We can
attack
just
into
chill
your
here for a
shark
second.
Yeah, I'll take 8. You get your gores in the
I
groove.
do. I could tribute this Valkyris or just leave it up. I think just leaving it up's fine. You had trouble
You
outing
don't
a
have
big
shit
guy
in the
last
hand
time,
to
so
tribute. You're kidding me.
I'll just leave him there. Go ahead, your turn.
He is huge. All right, I'll draw. I guess we will
He's
put
so
101 to defense.
He's so good at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Set
Holy
an
shit.
additional card.
He's so good.
And, we can use shell, I guess.
Yep.
Spin our deck a bit here. And over to you.
Okay. I will draw. Stand my main. I'll go Reinforcement of the Army.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Off of my Reinforcement of the Army, I'll pick up another Shuret. I think that card's pretty good. I'm going to activate
Cycle.
It. Is that okay?
The mirror. I'm going to think. Yeah, I think I have to do it this way. Yeah. In response to your mirror, I'm going to chain reload.
It's so nasty that this is how you have to do this.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So let me resolve here. I will summon the...
Tribute your guy first.
Oh, yeah. That all happens here. Let me think here. All right. I'll tribute this Shuret in my hand, and I'll special summon the Trishula.
Sure. So then, new chain. Your chain one.
New chain.
Obviously.
I have chain
No,
one.
draw your card,
Necroz,
Alex.
Trishula,
Draw your
chain
card,
2
Alex.
Shuret.
I want to know if it's
Then I have
scattershot.
Chain 3, scattershot, which also... Well, actually, technically, I am mandatory chain 1 for you to take 500.
Oh, wait.
No, it's just chain 1 for
Yeah,
the damage. So chain link 1 is since I'm mandatory, then your both effects are optional. So your chain 2, chain 3, and then my 4th effect, which is chain 4, is a scattershot to dump.
And this is all going to resolve if that's okay. You have anything? Okay,
That's fine.
cool. So
yeah, I'm good.
these get wiped.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
It wasn't going to be scattershot. It's going to be Iron
Oh,
Wall.
actually, you know what? I'm going to break through skill
Okay.
too. I forgot. Chain 5. I need to
you
actually
just got to keep
preserve my
stacking
card.
them on, huh, Alex? All right, let's see.
Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, so
Damn.
chain 5, we negate Trish with breakthrough.
Yep, that happens, and then
The
board gets wiped.
Oh, and also I need to draw a card from discarding.
Oh, now
the
we
scatter
remember.
shot.
You're all over the
Resolving
place
duel
right now,
mode,
bro. It's
so.
fine.
I am all over the place. Yeah. Well, that would have just been that would have messed everything up if I didn't draw first. So we send the scatter shots. All your stuff gets destroyed. You get to search with your Shuret.
I do. Yes. So let me pick that up.
Trish, and then Trish doesn't resolve, and then you take 500. You're gonna take 1500 because the other scatter shots are gonna trigger.
Okay, got it. All right, so I'm gonna pick up a Colossus.
And then we're good. Then we're
I'm
square.
gonna take another another 1,000.
You take 15. Another 1,000.
All right, all right.
Five.
Finally,
Okay.
finally. Are we good?
Continue.
Are we good? All right.
We're good. We're good.
I'll go Necros of Colossus effect. I'll pick up another one. I'll pick up Cycle.
Why do that here? We can just use Mirror to get Cycle.
I'm gonna use Mirror's effect. I'm gonna banish it.
Oh, because
and
we're
Colossus from
doing
graveyard.
both.
Pick up another Mirror. Is that okay? Dope.
Yep.
All right, I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
So I know the hand is Cycle, Mirror,
Unicorn, and Brio. I think you know everything.
Brio. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. We'll draw. Stand by main.
That's not good.
Let's go reload.
Yep. Yep.
That's good. We do have a shell.
Yep.
Looking at this, I kind of did that in the wrong order, but that's okay. We'll just go to attack.
Yep.
Let's take 21.
Man, this guy, Gore's almost ruined his whole day, and he was ready to face another one.
Go second main. We'll set 1, 2. Throw back.
Okay, I will draw. Shuffle.
All right, we should try and clean up here.
Okay.
Yep. All good.
All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to start with Senju of the 1,000 Hands.
It's a good one.
Uses effect. I'm going to add Decisive Armor from deck to hand.
Sure.
I am going to use Necroz Mirror.
Mirror gets Trish here,
I'm going
right?
to banish this
Or is
Shuret
Cycle
from the graveyard here. And I'm going to summon
we
that
get out
Decisive
Decisive Armor here.
That's fine.
God,
That's
he's
fine?
so
Oh
huge
my God,
into
I
this
didn't
deck.
expect that to be
Holy
fine. I'm
fuck.
happy about that. I'm going to use Decisive Armor's effect. Let's clear this back row.
We maybe should have set the reload.
Okay.
Just because
All
we
right,
know
that's
he's on
fine.
Decisive
All right, I'm
Armor.
going to use Necroz of Brionac. I'm going to pitch it to add a Necroz monster from deck to hand.
How long
I'll
till
add
dual
a
chaining? As
third
soon as
Shuret.
this is over. Sorry that it's taking
Okay,
forever.
I'm going to activate
Probably about
Necroz
9.
Cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tribute this Shuret from hand.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm going to special back out Trishula. Is that okay?
Sure.
This deck is so crazy.
Okay, so we're going to go Chain Link 1 Trishula, Chain Link 2 Shuret. I don't know if I have any
Right through
targets
them
for
again.
You!
I mean,
Two of them!
You're just never going to get to resolve this.
God,
You're
bro.
just never going to get to resolve this.
That's got to be illegal. That has got to be illegal.
I cannot believe you were complaining right now. I am sorry. I cannot believe you were
Yeah, no.
complaining.
Listen, I hate to be
Are you
on
just gonna
Sivo's
sit
side
here
here.
and think that's not
How are you
ridiculous?
whining
That
about
he
this
had
position?
three-
Come on.
What, all this spell trap negation that just spawned out of thin air? I can't believe it.
I mean, I'm playing Volcanic. I still draw like 3 cards a turn.
Crazy. Oh, my God. And I'm out of Necroz spells again, bro.
Well, you're out of warriors.
Oh, yes, I do get a warrior. Thank you. I don't even know if I have any
you're
targets.
not searching for spells. Yeah. You might not have any targets.
Yeah, chat saying the draw didn't matter. The draw being
targets.
Iron Wall wins the game.
No way. Oh, my God.
It's
All right,
hilarious.
rating on the preparation of rights again. Let's go battle
I
phase.
guess so.
I'll go
I don't know.
so.
We're still in a great position here.
Yeah, see, like, this is why you're complete. You still get to clear this.
Yeah, but like my big 3,300 guy, he's just kind of sitting there. He's just kind of looking at
He's
you.
chilling.
Yeah.
He is chilling.
All right, man. Go ahead. Your turn.
All right, we'll reload.
Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Fucking Royal Firestorm Guards.
Yeah, I
Firestorm
know
off
you
the
need
top.
Heart of the Cards right now, bro. I know you need those Heart of the Cards.
We'll go
boy.
main 1. We're gonna set 2 and pass.
Oh my God, draw for turn. That's a pretty good draw. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll start with Space Typhoon, and you know what? I'm going after that Fiendish Chain.
Buddy, let's talk about this.
Sure.
Okay. Decisive Armor. Let's go after that one. Far left, close to the deck.
Closest to the
man,
deck.
why did he let him do
Sure.
this?
It is Imperial Iron Wall.
That's
Oh, no, it would still destroy
insane
it.
here.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
okay,
If it just banished,
Oh,
it would be
no
fine.
I was like, is there a
way.
reason we don't wanna
Compulse wins the game. Oh, shit. There's nothing we can do. Yeah, there's no sequence
Is
here
there a
that
reason
wins
we're
the
not
game.
using that
because
card?
it's
I was
Decisive
like,
Armor
what's
from
It would get
Pump.
destroyed anyway. It literally wouldn't matter.
All right, man.
Oh,
What are the
no.
odds? Come on, bro. What are the odds you have another Mirror Force back there?
Just go for it.
0%, right?
What are the odds, Gage?
Go for
What
it,
are the
go for it, go
odds,
for it, go
huh?
for it.
Think about just shifting this Trish to defense, honestly.
Don't do it. Don't be a pussy.
Ah,
Come
you
on.
have deep prison and stuff.
Go for it, go for it,
Come
go
on,
for it.
dude. Just
Come
do
on.
it, Gage. What are you scared of?
Do it.
Yeah,
do
you're
it.
gonna risk it all to
You know
lose
what
to a
that is?
mirror
That's
force?
gonna
What are you
be-
scared of?
That's gonna be a deep prison because. Yeah, that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. I want to go battle, please. Fuck it. I want to go 14.
Yeah, it's over.
14's good.
Oh, okay. 27.
27.
Oh no! Not that this is the only order that doesn't win the game. No! No!
Yeah, flip it up. Go ahead.
I have compulse,
Oh!
not deep prison.
Oh my God! Attack order. No, if I would have just attacked differently, I could have boosted.
You could have
you are
boosted.
boosted.
Yeah, I was
You
really
are
hoping
boosted.
you didn't realize.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. All right, we'll go bait phase 2.
Yeah.
No, I can't believe it. Blundered.
It's so frustrating.
What are you gonna do, bro? Go ahead, your move, man. Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Okay.
Firestorm guards. One time
Protagonist
Firestorm.
powers. Royal Firestorm,
Firestorm wins the
guards
game
off
here, by the way.
top. 100 life points.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh!
I didn't think it would be, bro. Come on.
I saw that
What if I told you I
4-star
drew a
red
level
fire
4
monster, and I went,
fire
oh!
monster that is
Rocket?
pyro.
No,
Is it
that's
rocket?
not
It
enough.
is
No.
rocket.
Wow,
You got
he's
it.
not
No, go for the draw, dog. Try
Good
again.
games, good
No.
The signals
Oh!
got interfered.
The
oh
green
my
off
God.
the top.
Oh, duality. It could have happened.
I
think it was
honestly,
more
I think this
likely
is
than
gonna be
not.
bad no matter what
Wait, that's
deck wants.
crazy.
Yeah.
We could have gone
Like you
pitch
mentioned, I
rocket,
got
drop
extremely
pot,
lucky
pot,
with the
rocket,
Necross Force. This
duality.
is something where I was
I
talking
can tell.
about when we
One.
were opening it. I
Wait,
was,
he-
like,
he
extremely
looked at the
lucky with
deck there for a
Necross
sec.
Force. This is something where I was actually spring off of and build
Okay.
something.
Did-
You need to have
Yep.
the exact quantities. Like some
Yep.
some
Come on,
cards
keep
are
milling, keep milling. I
mandatory
wanna
to
see the
have
next
at
two.
One for strategies.
Keep
like,
milling.
you
I
don't
want to
get
see the
them.
next two.
Like you're just not building it. Me, I
It was
happened
on the
to get
bottom? No, that's the
extremely
graveyard.
lucky, right? I got very fortunate getting this Trishula in like the last 2 packs or something.
Come on.
I got the Brio
Oh, wow.
early on. I did pull like 1-3 and like I won.
Multiple time
And it's
day volcanic, and there's a couple other
Come on.
split it up.
Just
Magic.
mill the next 2 cards in the deck.
Another build.
I want to see. I want to see, dude. Just click the deck.
Find
Click the deck.
Right. I might. I was
vanities.
just
Yeah, to think you got
just start with this. Is
Click the fucking
Threes,
deck, dude.
that's
Click it
fine.
one
I
time.
didn't
play. If you were to cards, that's if you could my you're bringing.
well, and so
I need
we
to see
have
it.
the
I'm just
and because
Ah, he never checked. Ah, well. I believe that Royal Firestorm Guards was in there. All right, let's see what the comments have to say about this one. That was a sick ass episode. I'm not gonna lie, that was a killer episode. See, we got Simo's the man of the people playing Volcanic. Gage's deck was insane. It's legitimately shocking. Yeah, how good it was. I think this thumbnail style is good, but I don't like that it spoils what decks you both played because a lot of the fun every week is seeing what you play. I agree with that, I think. Gage sees D-Prison, attacks, D-Prison flipped, Gage, Pikachu surprise face. Okay, I don't know how to explain this one. Gage was acting. He was acting. They were supposed to cut the part where he saw it. When we opened the deck, the guard was 5 from the bottom. He never opened the deck, only the graveyard. God damn it, dude. Ugh. Let's see what all of you put on twitter.com. Not a meme for the episode, but I thought the idea was funny. This is so stupid. Holy shit, this is so stupid. It's good, though. Thank you. This is peak. I didn't watch the new prog, but I'm dropping this reaction image in hope of helping my chances out. Check DMs. I have something that could help the community, though I didn't read the entire thread. Okay. What are we working with here? I will read this on my own time. Anybody else here gay? How is it? It's great. It's the fucking tits. See, there you go. The reviews are in. As soon as I heard Simo say we live and we learn, this popped into my head. Progression Series 2 Battle. Weighing in on the wide versus narrow formats on MLK Day. Congrats to the least racist instance of a Yu-Gi-Oh player saying, I'm all for diversity, but this is absurd.
Secrets of Eternity was released in January 2015. This set introduced the Infernoids, a series of monsters that can special summon themselves to the field by banishing other Infernoids from either the hand or graveyard. Notable cards in this set include Reload.
It do Quimby like that time. Quimby vote delays Prog Watch. Progressives and Shambles. Good stuff. Holy shit. Simo is going to love this. Low effort meme made in 5 minutes. Simo gifting Nim Nim 2 wins in a row. Yep, that's true. My reaction as soon as Alex revealed his deck list. We're going to kill you.
I'm going to go activate Nekroz Mirror.
Secret rare, by the way.
Yeah. A Nekroz of Colossus.
Yep, another secret rare, by the way.
I'm going to summon the Nekroz of Decisive Arm.
Another secret rare, by the way.
Are you done complaining?
Hey, I cannot believe you are complaining right now. I am sorry. I cannot believe you're complaining.
Gauge when Dimensional Prison gets flipped up again. We'll see who's having fun when I shove your head up your ass. My brother in Christ, just write an article. Talkie Man should be righty man. Mew and Gauge bans reload instead of prison.
Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it's the chilling sound of your doom.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Joseph Rothschild, a.k.a. MBT. And it's time for another episode of Duel-taining. The rules are simple. Each episode of Duel-taining, you all will have 2 chances to beat me. You can either reduce my life points to 0, or you can make me giggle. Now, last time, I got less crap than I did the previous time because I did cut Maxi from the deck. But we had people saying, no, you also have to cut Ash Blossom. What, do you want me to hand you these on a silver platter? What do we want to play? We can play the Goatee deck. No hand trap Goatee. No, we can't play this deck. It's too bad. It's too good. What does Plunder look like? It's got so many fucking... Did we disenchant a droplet? What the fuck? Plunder's got so many hand traps in it. We can't play Plunder. I want to play this so bad. All right, you got to help me think of 8 additional cards to play. No, they don't want to see Ash Blossom. This guy. Play this guy. We could max out on Wagon. We can play more goatees. What goatees are we missing? We're not playing Enoch, but Enoch is terrible. Not playing Ixip, he's so bad. We're playing every good goatee.
That was wrong.
We can play Bea Tuneful. I tried, okay. Hoppier. I like Hoppier. Hoppier Squadron's funny. Wrong kaiju? No, that's the right kaiju. Oh, it is the wrong kaiju. Whoops. Title. I like Title. That's funny. Oh God, he's fucking expensive. We'll play one Title. We'll play Ghost Ogre. How do we not have Ghost Ogres? Come on. How do we not have Ghost Ogre? Rescue Rabbit? I think I have Rescue Rabbits. They're URs though, right? Yeah. This is funny, but it doesn't do anything. Chat, we can't play Sekka's Light. We can't play... Guys, we can't play spells. We can't play spells. Play a Fenrir. Could we play a Veiler? Like, what hand trap is sufficient for you? There. Okay, is this bad enough for you? Look at our hand trap lineup. We're playing 3 Hoppier Squadron, 3 Rescue Ace Impulse. If you're losing to this, it wouldn't have been improved. All right, let's hop in. All right, first up, we got Seto Kaiba 588 with the Blue Eyes White Dragon PFP. I mean, well, there's really only one thing they can be playing, right? Go off, King. I mean, I don't... You don't want me to go first. Man, what if we draw Impulse? How crazy is that going to be? Okay. This is the wrong deck. Sorry, Seto Kaiba 588. Oops. Why did no one tell me that? Everyone was completely fine with me fucking it up. All right, this time for sure. Wow, we won. We lost the die roll 2 times in a row, huh? We would have let him go first, chat. We would have let him go first. All right, we have no hand traps. I mean, although, to our credit, this hand wins the game on the spot if they pass back with anything other than 1,000 negates. Arima the Wicked Warden. Sure. Grab your Lair of Darkness here. Okay. Tour Guide. Wow. Is it 2015? Tour Guide Sangan Cherubini? No. Oh. Okay. All right. Put a patrol counter on Lair of Darkness? Am I missing something? I see. Diablosis here. Well, I mean, I feel like I don't need much else. Are we just going to make Baron? You know, there's so many decks that can make Baron pass. You don't need to be playing Blackwing Sharonga the Waning Moon to do this. All right, to my understanding, I don't really need to worry about anything, right? All right, let's wrap this up. Oh? Okay. We're chilling. Still with ya. Drake, where's the synchro material? Is there a way I can get them to not negate this card? I feel like probably not. We can use Scarecrow here to pitch paces and maybe chase the Baron out of them. I mean, surely you negate this. This is so tasty. Nope. They said, we don't care what people say. If this is your first time hearing this, you are about to... If you want me to be able to just make Axel, I will do it. This is your last chance to look at me, Hector. Sure. Why not, you know? I don't even think I activate scales here. I think I just go directly to Axel Stardust Dragon. Oh. I see the problem. We could go Baguska. With what tuner? Yeah. We can still make this work. Genios here. Activates Soul Piercer. I mean, who do we even grab? We're pretty much out of stuff. Let's grab Wagon. Special Stealth. Genios. Do you know Genius has an effect? Isn't that crazy? What's the effect do? It's a negate. All right, let's wrap this up. We just need names, yeah. Goatee part of the deck going crazy right now. We're about to summon Lifeless Leaf Fish. What do you want from me? We could even summon Paces. You know that? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, PS 1, 2, 3. What do we want to send to the grave? Ugh. I don't think there's a way to do a Snopoisis line, right? We just want to do Shift here. Just make a 3200 Apo. That's like so lame, but you know, it works. It does do what we want. We could go Gear Geigen X, but there's nothing worth getting. Yeah, this is the play for sure. Why not? We'll grab a bike, I guess. Battle. And you know what's really cool? You all are about to learn a really important piece of information. Lair of Darkness is a mandatory activation. So even if no one triggered anything this turn, it will activate, which gives me an opportunity to Baron it now that the token's gone. That shift, by the way, oh man, it's going to go crazy here in the grave. Oh, I should have banished it. Now I could tag the Baron out. Is there something worth tagging the Baron out for? I don't think so. Leaf fish? Sure. Bestial Serenir. That is not going to resolve. I'll send Snapoisis. Why not? All right, cool deck. Increase the attack of my lifeless leaf fish. No, my friend, it is over. It is far over. You know what's pretty funny here is that we can use these two to make Arion Pass. So funny that you might laugh. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, buddy. We could normal summon it. Is this not lethal? It's close. Oh, it definitely was. I just had to order things a little bit differently. This deck feels really good, even without the hand traps. It's just a really cool, slick deck. That's funny. Right idea, wrong execution. Let's see how disrespectful we can get in these last moments. That Serenier's not coming out. I think probably about this disrespectful. No, man. That's not going to happen. Put him back. I will say, I feel really bad for this Sarnier who has shown up and then not been on field 4 times now. All right, quick first game. You'll have to try harder than that, Seto. Next up is Tim. What are we doing today, Tim? Ooh, gold 4. That's what I like to see. Sometimes these lower ranks are secretly the higher ranks when it comes to this series. We will let you go first. Tim, chef something up for us, please. Ooh. This hand actually does have a hand trap. It's Monodium. Okay, well, Rescue Ace Impulse. This is kind of cool, right? Okay, one-time Hoppier. Hoppier is actually hilarious because it gets us to Baron, I believe, right? Well, it gets us to a negate. We can pitch the pitch the title pretty safely, I feel like. No, good to have the title in hand, just in case we want to use its hand effect. We really don't need the impulse, so see ya. All right, let's see them go off with Monodium. Snore. Easy bedge here. Yeah. Abscission. You don't see this guy very often. Monodium Fearless. I didn't actually think it had room for Fearless. I imagined that it was playing like better cards, right? What is it, Monodium Pure? No Scareclaw anything? I do like chat is going, it's terrible. It's so bad. Sure. I guess Fearless plus a Scareclaw can make Nat Beast. How many in extra? What do you mean, 15? That's not 15. Hold? Hold up? Wait a minute, huh? Okay. I'm now interested. Humid Winds. Okay, we're cooking. So we're playing Monodium as a 6 engine to get into the Aromaseraphy cards. Oh, I'm liking this a lot. I'm liking this a lot already. Okay, we're going to Obsession here to summon out another guy. There he is. Another 6. Whoa, it's the bad Monodium. It's the Kitkalos Monodium. Target level 2 tuner in your graveyard, negate its effects. Okay, usually you just make this as a stepping stone to one of their good synchros, right? Oh, tell me they overlay. Set 1. Oh, that's it? Okay, well. I think I can beat this. Sure. Wow, that's a nice draw, actually. That's a really fantastic draw. Motorbike. I don't want to use Title's Effect, I'm going to be honest with you. Wakaushi. We got some here? Wakaushi Effect? Huh? No, they're letting me do it. Here's the Humid Winds. Okay, pay 1,000, add an aroma from deck to hand. I'm still with you. Grab Marjoram. Not super familiar with these cards. We do get to Fire Attacker here. That's funny. This Fire Attacker's gone crazy. Gain 500. Okay. Oh, those are two really good ones. Well, we want to pitch... We want to pitch Samurai Benkai here. Pop Wakaushi. That's interesting. Okay, well... Now what? We can lead Regulus here. Target Big Benkai. That's something. Yo, if we put him in the pendulum scale, is he a pendulum? Normal Soul Piercer. This guy. Soul Piercer. I guess we get Wakaushi so we can actually perform a pendulum summon. Kind of want to just go combat. We're pretty ahead here. Pitch Paces. Grab Soul Gaia. Oh, we were actually not meant to do that. We could activate Snapoisis here. Banish these two. Snapoisis effect. Target Humid Winds, I guess? These two for Masquerena. Soul Piercer, grab Peacemaker. Peacemaker targets Scarecrow. Activate. Summon Scales. Scales. Summon this guy. Apo. This guy for this guy. And I guess we just pendulum summon, right? Wham! Bam! Let's make Baron de Fleur. Oops, let's make it eventually. I don't know. Summon stealthy too. Wait, am I getting owned? Should I have read these cards? All right, combat. Oh, okay. No. Absolutely not. All right, this is 2 negates. It's a tall order to get through, so... Oh, and we missed our paces because our board's full. That's fine. Angelica. I guess I'll do fire attacker. Why not? All right, we are going Angelica here. I don't think I really care about that, right? Certainly not enough to use a negate on. Hop-eared 1 time? No, but Snopoisis is really good too. Oh? Wait, wasn't this Monadium? Huh? I guess I'll negate this. I mean, like, don't I have to? Yeah, go ahead. What the fuck? Wait, is the joke Sun Avalon dry ass and humid winds? This is like a 45-step combo for a fart joke? Nah, I'm good. We don't need that. Oh! No! Oh, I know what that is. Oh, I don't even need to check. I know exactly what that is. Oh, fuck you. Come on. Oh, man. What the fuck? Oh. That was my own damn fault, too. That was... I should not have even targeted it. I would have been fine. All right, Aqua Dragon 82. Let's make it happen. We've seen some funny singleton cards, but we haven't seen like a funny setup. Oh, well, this is a pretty stinky hand. Oh? Okay, and shockingly, it appears we've drawn the goatee half of the deck. We're going to have a little fish off here? Oh, this is actually kind of broken. Oh, wow. Holy shit. This is like the best 5-card hand the deck can produce. Dragite. Oh, Jesus. Dragite is really going to hurt you? I mean, it's going to stop Wakaush. That's a really insane draw. That's unbelievable. We might just get killed here. So we could go like Soul Piercer for the Link and then Regulus target the Soul Piercer. But that doesn't do anything because we don't have any engrave. We'd have to resolve too much. If they just go Oscon here, I think we die. Shit. I'm getting cooked. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting cooked out here. Yeah, I got nothing. Go, 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 go. We bricked. We didn't really brick. We just found a hand that lost to interact with the normal summon. Are we dead here? This is what? Do they have guys in grave? Oh my god, we're so dead. We are so dead. 57, 15, 21. Yeah, we're toast. We are so toast. Whoa, not a white. Oh, Chungus. This is 60... 300 off. Yeah. Snopoisis will do it. Oh, Snopoisis is crazy here. We could have procced Oscon with it, too. Whew. That's we got a little cooked. I'm not gonna lie. We got a little cooked. All right, Chazzy F. What are we working with?
That was wrong.
All right, you can go first. Oh my god, this person's Diamond 1. Oh, we found Hoppier finally. Ugh, this hand is not good. Prosby. Okay. Small World. Tour Guide. Geek Boy, Relinquished Diviner, Fireburst? Excuse me?
That was wrong.
Okay, we're going Tour Guide here. Grabbing Sangan. What are we making? Cherubini here? Verte Anaconda. Okay. And we're going first appearance. That's crazy. Fire. Fire effect. Doom Broker. This is just a Doom Broker setup. And the Sangan. That's funny. That's interesting. Libromancer to set a trap. It's Intervention. So I just have to beat Intervention, Dragoon, or something. Okay, I can do that. What the hell is that? Oh! Oh! Oh, we are cooking. Oh, wow. All right. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Actually, is it a good draw? There's no way. Is this deck the gay suck? That's what this deck is? No shot. I'm not even laughing. I'm just impressed. All right, okay. I'm interested. Is the Benkai getting sucked? It's getting intervened. It's kind of fucked here. I can't activate Soul Piercer, or else they're gonna restrict it. I guess I could just go combat, right? Yeah, this deck is really bad, right? I'm pretty sure this deck is terrible. I mean, I'm not trying to be homophobic, but what the fuck are you doing? Oh, why can't I activate this? Oh, because he can't place another card in the pendulum zone. That's fine. I didn't even want to do it anyway, actually. I didn't even want to do it, so take that. Kind of swacky. You know, the middle pen zone, yeah, would have resolved all of these problems. I guess let's grab Soul Peacemaker. Then we'll start synchroing off for goatee cards. Orion Boss. Soul Piercer, grab Soul Gaia Horns or Soul Man. If you win, you are homophobic. I'm gonna do what it takes. All right. I like Gotta Wonder, right? We don't have a tuner. That's our only tuner. We can do it like this. We'll take Zep here. We can go Baron de Fleur like this. No more Sagex. We can go Soul Gaia Horns, target this card. Then it becomes a tuner, so we can make him. We haven't used this guy yet. And just make Masquerena. All right. Go for it. All right, buddy. You know the drill. You will no longer defeat me in the battle place of dueling. There is only one more out for your deck. Geek Boy is fine. He is also fine. Oh, okay. Do I let the Diviner resolve? I think so. I think I'm letting everything resolve until the Ritual spell, and then we're just going to get scared of the Ritual. Yeah, because they can send Herald here and grab a Ritual. Like, that could theoretically be anything. Ben 10. All right, I'm in. Oh! I got owned. This is an interesting one. Do I do this? I feel like I probably don't. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to chill here. The purpose of that was to get the paces in the graveyard. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Thrust is fine. Wow, they wouldn't have been able to resolve Thrust if I had banished the entire field. That's funny. Prep rights the get here. That's fine. Hey, you want to get a Ritual? That's I got nothing to say about that. Ooh, Fire Burst. Okay, I'm in. All right, we'll negate that. We waited a long time to be able to negate that. That's fine. Oh, this is kind of crusty. They have to go in a Mask, but they also have to go in a Baron. Damn, are we having a good game of Yu-Gi-Oh out here? This is a little interesting. I was not expecting to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh here today. All right, end of main, we are going to go Snopoisis. Now that we have that Paces in the graveyard, we can special summon the Snopoisis. New Chain Zep. Oh, look at all of you in chat talking about how Goatee didn't do anything for the deck. Goatee ain't this, Goatee ain't that. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm going to show you exactly what Goatee is. Bada bing. Can they tag Baron out? Absolutely not. They can only tag Baron out if it's on their side of the field. And unfortunately... Why... What? What? Why can't I target... Oh. It's just asking me first. Got a little too lost in the sauce.
That was wrong.
Well, Chazzy F, that was a pretty interesting game. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time. But unfortunately, it wasn't interesting enough. All right, time for the goatee beat. Stand proud. You did good. But you could not beat the deep beyond. Big day for homophobia. All right, Zerglinator, you're up. Stinky hand. Really stinky hand. Wow. I mean, it does what it has to. Which is combos. They're thinking. They are thinking. Zerglinator says no. Did you brick? We can run it back. I anti-mulliganed the first player, so we're gonna pro-mulligan the second player. Wow, here we are for the first time against Zerglinator. This hand's not bad. Okay. We can quick summon Snopoisis. That's crazy. Oh. Okay, listen. I'm sorry about all the stuff that I said in the last one. I'm not actually homophobic. Many of my best friends are gay little geek boys. Why are we playing Origin Story? Oh, Origin Story just sets the field spell. That's fine. Sure. That's fine. It keeps asking me if I want a Snopoisis. I do not want a Snopoisis. I'm not interested in Snopoising. Okay, there's Firestarter. Now what? Signet Mining. Fire is a cyber, so I guess that makes sense.
was wrong.
Well, we're waiting. Huh? I mean, that is a fire. It's not the fire. Well, I do have the kaiju for the arrival cybersat ignister. Doshin. Huh. Doshin's fine. Dark Infant is okay. The little gay baby. Now what? Another copy of oh my goodness. That's fine. Ooh, that one's a royal. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Those two to the grave for Reprodocus. I am very intrigued here. Usually you use Reprodocus to make the card below it a psychic, but here we are making it what? A Cyberse? We're in a sub-replay Friday. I can feel we're in a sub-replay Friday. Oh my god! No shot! Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So the joke is we're literally having the Segex on the board. Wow. And what's the result? The Save Worm. Wow. Well, you know, love wins, I suppose. Oh, I didn't think I was going to see a combo today that integrates gay sex as, like, part of the setup. I wasn't expecting that. All right, yeah, fucking Splash Mage, yeah. Get cooking, man. I want to see what the end board for gay sex is. Oh, okay. Heat Soul. Yeah, Heat Soul's fine. Last card circular. I don't think that's likely. Oh. Avramax. All your gay sex, and what has it gotten you? A Mechanite Crusadia Avramax? For shame. All right, I did laugh. This was goofy. But before we lose here, before we scoop them up, I do want to just give the people online something with which they can use as a cudgel. Should I ever get too big for my britches, I am not going to be beating the homophobia allegations. Here, you gays. Let's see your love defeat Jizzy Kuru the Star Destroying Kaiju. All right. Homophobic kaiju. Let's call it. You jizzed on the gay sex board. No! Oh god. Awful. Bad stuff tonight, folks. Real bad. I'll tell you this. I'm going to be 100% prepared for the Libromancer matchup next time. All of you were like, oh, I know what'll get him. And in your defense, you weren't wrong. You weren't incorrect. All right, let's look at the decks. What am I missing? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not missing any of them. Okay. All right, first up, we got this Bestial Lair deck. It's just Bestial Lair. It's just, what the hell is that? Gizmek Yada? Oh, God. Whoa, what is that? Scrap in? I've never seen that card in my life. Stand in. They were cooking something I was unprepared for, but thankfully they got owned. I don't really... Oh, this was the Monodium deck. The Synchro Cracker was a 2 of course. It was just playing Bat for some reason. Bap! Oh, I'm going to have to practice against Synchro Cracker. All of you were prepared to play this. This is the Suck deck. Honestly, this one looks almost competent. This is like a normal deck. And then this one, I mean, what can you say? It looks pretty much built specifically to resolve I Love Fusion. If you think you can do better than these duelists, or if you think you have the capacity to best me in a duel, all you got to do is be around on Twitter Sunday before the Monday stream and submit your list there. Look forward to accepting your duel-taining challenge. What can you say? Gex. We're getting better at cooking, I will say. These people are getting better at cooking. All right, I think that is gonna... How good was this week? Great. It was so good, Vlad. No shot we got another Quimby voting. Oh my fucking God. All right. Yeah, here we go. Let me see where we are in evidence. State v. Newman is not even in here. Lombardi versus... That's not in here. State v. Jones. No, really? I liked that one. We do have it in here. There's too many Joneses. Okay. This one whips ass. Okay. This one is Montana v. Engelhoff, and it's about a jury's role in determining the mens rea if he sufficiently fulfills the mens rea for a crime while crazy fucking drunk. Okay?
His argument that a client can't be liable because the client was drunk isn't a great defense.
What? First off, what?
But criminal statutes define offense in terms of mens rea, and doesn't intoxication affect mental state? This was the issue in the Montana mushroom murder case, Montana versus Egelhoff. James Egelhoff was camping out and hunting wild mushrooms. He befriended fellow mushroom enthusiasts Roberta Pavola and John Christensen. On Sunday, the three sold the mushrooms they'd collected and spent the rest of the day drinking. That evening, they left in Christensen's car, bought beer and a bottle of black velvet, and sat on a hillside drinking some more. Around midnight, sheriff's deputies found Christensen's station wagon in a ditch.
Oh, no.
Pavola and Christensen were dead in the front seat.
Oh, that's not what
Each
they
had been
look like.
shot once in the head. Egelhoff's handgun, with 4 loaded rounds and 2 empty casings, lay on the floor of the car. Egelhoff himself was screaming obscenities in the back seat. His blood alcohol content measured 0.36%. Egelhoff was charged with 2 counts of deliberate homicide, defined under Montana law as purposely or knowingly causing the death of another human being.
Honestly, who among us has not gotten silly when drunk?
Egelhoff argued that he was so drunk he couldn't have committed the murders.
Oh.
The trial court, following state statute, instructed the...
I'll tell you right here, this is an interesting defense. This is an interesting defense.
Jury not to consider Egelhoff's intoxication in determining whether he had the required mental state. The jury found him guilty.
What?
The Montana Supreme Court reversed, holding that evidence of intoxication was relevant to whether Egelhoff had acted knowingly or purposely.
Let's go.
Preventing the jury from considering this evidence relieved the state of its burden to prove beyond a reasonable doubt all facts necessary to constitute the crime, thus depriving Egelhoff of due process.
True.
The United States Supreme Court granted certiorari. The issue was whether the Due Process Clause guarantees a criminal defendant the right to have the jury consider evidence of voluntary intoxication.
Okay. One, the way that he said due process clause just clued me in that this is text-to-speech, that it's not a guy reading it. Does the due process clause guarantee a criminal defendant the right to have the jury consider evidence of voluntary intoxication? So, let's do a prediction. If you believe Egelhoff was just being a little silly and should be allowed to get the instructions he wants, it's Egelhoff. If not, it's Montana. I'm seeing a lot of you say, nah, he should be allowed to. Do we know if he was the birthday boy? Would it change anything if I informed you that he was, in fact, the birthday boy? Shouts out to the 18% of you who are convinced he should get this. 60 people said yeah, for sure. .36 is insane. It's like 7 times over the limit. I'm surprised he was living. All right, here we go.
The court answered no, holding that a state law that prohibits a jury from considering a criminal defendant's voluntary intoxication in finding mens rea doesn't violate the defendant's due process rights.
What?
The court couldn't settle on a majority opinion, but 5 justices agreed that the statute didn't violate due process. Justice Scalia announced the court's opinion. Although the Due Process Clause guarantees a defendant the right to present all relevant evidence to rebut the state's evidence, this right isn't absolute. Relevant evidence may be inadmissible if it's prejudicial, confusing, misleading, or simply a waste of time. To prove a due process violation, the defendant must show that the limit on presenting evidence offends some fundamental principle of justice
Oh, I'm sorry. Being a little silly while drunk is a constitutional right.
deeply rooted in history. Drunkenness has almost never been seen as an excuse for criminal behavior. It's more likely an aggravation of the offense.
Oh my God.
Some 19th century courts allowed juries to consider intoxication when assessing mental state in specific intent crimes, but the 20th century trend was back in the other direction. Most states kept the common law rule prohibiting consideration of voluntary intoxication in finding mens rea. Experimentation with consideration of intoxication in the 19th century didn't create a fundamental principle of justice. In creating its criminal statute disallowing evidence of voluntary intoxication, Montana resurrected an earlier rule. The Due Process Clause doesn't prevent this. The court reversed the judgment of the Montana Supreme Court. Justice Ginsburg concurred, noting that Montana's statute, like similar statutes in other states, effectively rendered proof of intoxication irrelevant to the finding of mental state. The state could define the elements of a criminal offense as it wished. Several justices wrote or joined in dissents. Justice O'Connor pointed out that many jurisdictions allow evidence of voluntary intoxication to negate mens rea. She thought the Montana law prevented the jury from considering a category of evidence relevant to the defendant's mental state in a case in which mental state was an essential element of the offense.
Okay, so this is a little more nuanced than 4 judges said it's okay to shoot someone if you're the birthday boy. It's, are you allowed to say, Your Honor, I was drunk, in order to negate a crime that specifically requires you to have the intent to do something? And the answer is no.
This made the prosecution's case easier and violated due process. In Justice Souter's view, the Montana statute could have defined the mens rea requirements in such a way as to make voluntary intoxication.
Yeah, if the guy had been able to do this, he still would have been guilty of murder, manslaughter, second-degree murder or something.
Irrelevant, but it didn't, and instead simply excluded evidence relevant to a finding of mental state. The statute was unconstitutional and should have been overturned.
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, I think if you're the birthday boy, you should just be allowed to, and you know what? You should be allowed to do what you want, and sometimes what you want is murder. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for the Yu-Gi-Oh portion of the stream.